I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. You know him as the #1 chief rocker in Knicks universe. What's good? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I can't wait to get to it. Pudge Nice is in the building. What's good? Ismail Rivas is in the building. Lily Phillips is in the building. DSJ, what's good? Mr. Vince, what's good? Yo, so we got a couple things that I want to touch on real quick. Of course, the lottery. Of course, the draft lottery. We want to talk about that. Of course, we want to talk about the draft lottery, right? That is a thing that's out of our control. I still want to talk about it. But first, let us start with a quote by the great American poet, Grand Poobah. Right? Grand Poobah says, now a lot of people think this is easy as it looks. Books and books of rhyme concepts and hooks. Stressing and stressing to get thoughts manifested. Session to hit the world with a blessing or something like that. Right? Let me say it right. Now a lot of people think this is easy as it looks. Books and books of rhyme concepts and hooks. Session to session to get thoughts manifested. Stressing and stressing to hit the world with a blessing. That's how we'll start these shows off. Subliminal 209 is in the building. What's good? Yo, Benny has doubled in size since we had him, y'all. When we got him, he was a little cute little thing. You can hold him in your hand. Now he like cover up your chest. Benny is big. Benny is 10 weeks today. Osaduke, what's good? Allah Wise is in the building. L Train, what's good with you? What's good? Man, it's been a busy morning. The gym, vibes and stuff. Now we're here. It's been a busy morning. Y'all bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Right? Okay. Soul Fingers in the building. All right. JJ, what's good? Savage NYC is in the building. Sav, what's good? I was wanting to hit y'all with the tip off. I was wanting to do the tip off, right? You know what? Let me do the tip off first. Let me do the tip off. Tip off. Yo. Sorry, y'all. I'm multitasking. I'm multitasking. I'm sorry. I saw a comment on the chat. Right? I saw a comment in the chat. Oh, Real King. Real King, this is for you, Real King. Real King, this is for you. This is just for you because I saw your comment. Why is Westbrook on the thumbnail? Right? This is why. This is why. I'm going to show you. Bim. This is why. This is why. ESPN proposed a trade, right? ESPN proposed a trade. And the trade is a 3-team deal. And I know you guys saw this already. Jeremy Nussbaum, what's good? JM, what's good? ESPN proposes a trade. And y'all know how much I really dislike ESPN, right? Y'all know how much I really dislike ESPN. But I want to talk about this. I want to talk to y'all about this, right? ESPN proposes a trade where the Lakers get Zach LaVine, the Bulls get Julius Randle and Evan Fournier, and the Knicks get Russell Wilson, Russell Westbrook, 2027 first round pick from the Lakers and a 2028 first round pick from somebody. Right? Here's the thing. What do you fear more in what the Knicks receive? Do you fear Russell Westbrook? Do you fear the first round picks? Do you fear giving up Randle? Do you fear giving up Randle and Fournier together? Right? Right? Here's the thing. This trade fixes a lot of issues for the Knicks. Right? Here's why. You trade 2 bloated salaries that are going to last forever, so to speak, for Russell Westbrook's salary that's going to last this one season and be gone. And then the sweet part of this deal is you get the Lakers first round picks in the post LeBron, probably post Anthony Davis era when they're rebuilding. You get the Lakers first round picks when they start their rebuild, after LeBron, after Anthony Davis. So right now, on the surface, these picks look terrible because the Lakers generally are playoff contenders. But if you look back at the Lakers' recent history, right? Look at the Lakers' recent history. They have a history of being in the lottery where they got D'Angelo Russell where they got Julius Randle, where they got Lonzo Ball. Right? So here's the thing. Let me do this. I'm gonna hide myself for a second. Here's the thing. Don't look at the Zach LaVine part. Zach LaVine was never coming to New York. Look at the cap space in the look at the 2023 cap space, and look at the lottery picks you'll get while the Lakers are rebuilding after LeBron. Right? And if I told you that you can get a lottery pick for Julius Randle and a lottery pick for Evan Fournier, you would say that I'm crazy. Yeah. Okay. 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 So Alawai says this trade just fixes space for people's favorites to play more and doesn't make the team better. Picks are possible in spades, and Westbrook is a king about to get cut. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I think this deal makes sense to everybody involved, in my opinion. Because the Knicks get Westbrook and buy him out. Let him go. The Knicks trade for Westbrook and send him on his way. Go play where you want to, Russell Westbrook. Go play wherever you want to go, Russell Westbrook. We'll either cut you outright because we're gonna eat the money anyway, or we'll buy you out and try to save some money, and we get first-round draft picks in the post-LeBron rebuild era. Right? And so Harlem Girl, hey, salute to Harlem Girl. Harlem Girl says, the flip side is we kind of hoard picks. I get it. And JJ says, would be foolish not to make that trade. Right? JJ says, getting rid of long-term bad contracts for only 1 year of bad contract is an easy decision. And 19 Con Man NYC 84 says, so we about to feature Brickbrook and RJ together. They couldn't run a pet shop with all these missing bunnies. I got you. That's hilarious. Comment, that's hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. And Sherwin M says, put LaVine on the Lakers. When will they be bad? LaVine and who else are you? I mean, LaVine hasn't proven that he can carry a team to the playoffs. I mean, for the most part, LaVine has been in the lottery his whole career. Zach LaVine has not proven. First of all, the Lakers don't have a coach right now. Second, Zach LaVine has not proven that he can take any franchise anywhere. He was on a team this year with DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic. Pudge Knight says, not listening to no goofy fans trying to tank, never played basketball. Okay. Sherwin M says, if you do that trade, now the Knicks need a point, small forward, and a power forward. Plus, if Mitch leaves, we also need a center. And Sherwin M., some people would say that you already need that stuff right now with Julius Randle and Evan Fournier. The Gentrified Intellect says, I don't trust any trade proposal coming from ESPN. Me either. I don't even like ESPN. But, in this sense, right? And notice I have the ping pong balls in a merry-go-round scenario. So notice I have the ping pong balls in a merry-go-round scenario. Right? Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Right? Right? My deal is, with this trade, a lot of people win. Right? The people that hate Randall win. The people that hate veterans playing, veterans like Fournier playing over the young core, they win. The people that want draft picks, they win. Right? Everybody wins. And Sherwin M. says the Knicks need a point and a small forward, putting RJ back to the shooting guard. Okay. I feel you. Right? Here's the thing with RJ in the backcourt by himself. If you don't have somebody to take some of the slack off of RJ struggles with playmaking, right? With playmaking and defense. It's clear. It's clear. When RJ is in the backcourt by himself, he struggles. Right? Not Zay says, we got Cam, he can play the small forward. Right. Not Zay, I'm with you. Here's the thing about that. When you remove Randall and Fournier, now you can play the kids. Now you're playing quickly. RJ, Cam, Obi, Mitch. And Mr. Vince says, we could move Cam and Obi into the starting lineup and Westbrook passes the ball for sure. This is a very smart move, y'all. Don't be afraid of a move. Don't be afraid of a move. Right? Because on the one hand, you can't say get rid of Randall. And then on the other hand, when you look to get rid of Randall, you're like, no, I don't like the move. Especially when you're getting cap flexibility, roster flexibility, and draft picks. And here's the other thing, too, that's the underrated factor. It opens up a roster spot. BIM. It opens up a roster spot, right? Now, the conversation about what are you going to do with all these kids? Now that conversation, we don't have to worry about that conversation anymore. What are you going to do with all these bodies? You freed up one roster spot. D977 says Westbrook is a 1-year situation. Kinda. He's kinda a 1-year situation. You know why? Rich Boy was good. He's kinda a 1-year situation. You know why? Because just because you trade for him don't mean you have to play him or keep him. We could legit cut him. We was gonna pay him anyway. You can cut him after you trade for him, right? Or you can buy him out. Or you can see what he has. Did he just look that bad because he played with LeBron? Was he miscast? Was he playing out of his role? Rayology is in the building. What's good? Yo, Ron's from Still Knicks fans is in the building. What's good, Ron? That's our guy right there. What's good, Ron? Hey, Ms. Geraldine, I appreciate your concern right here. I appreciate your concern right here because it's a valid question. What I'm saying to you, my answer to this, are we trading for Westbrook? And we're trading for Westbrook to do what exactly? That's a valid question. Are we going to win a chip next year? No. Right? So the two questions are, why are we trading for Westbrook? And in theory, will he help us win a chip? All right, so here's my answer to that. I'll answer the second question first. No. Russell Westbrook is not helping any team win a championship. He couldn't even help LeBron and AD win a championship. So you know he ain't helping us win a championship, right? And so the first part of that question is, what are we trading for him for? Cap space. We keep him this one season, right? We keep him this one season, and then in 2023, when free agents are available, we will have cap space. Right? Let me throw this link in the chat because listen, I want to talk about, let me remove this real quick. I'm going to remove this real quick, y'all. So I want to talk about ping pong balls and all that stuff too. But I really want to talk about this also. Leon Rose, this is what you should be considering right now. Soulfinger says, I also see where it could blow up in our face as well. Gonna have to or get up the pot and make a move. Westbrook in helping Jack accept money and assets. Right. But what is your current point guard situation been doing? What has your current point guard situation been doing? Nothing. I told y'all last week, the Knicks have the worst guard situation in the NBA, period. The Knicks have the worst guard situation in the NBA, period. Somebody tell me where we have a promising guard at, and I'll show you their numbers from last year. And that'll just solve the argument right there. Somebody please say Quickly and Grimes so that I can point out their shooting percentages from last year. Facts. These are facts. Our guards are awful offensively. Or you can rent Westbrook for a year. You can rent Westbrook for a year. And he can take the pressure off of your young guards. Right? Let me do something. I got to get back to doing. Hold on, y'all. I got to get back to doing stuff the right way. Hold on. Soul Finger! What's good?
What's going down, huh?
Ain't nothing to it.
Hey, before first salute chat. Hey, if you just getting in, make sure you hit the like button. So get on in because I think this is gonna be some fire today. Excuse me. Also, I gotta apologize to you, Unc. I got hit with the itis when you hit me up on Saturday. I was getting ready to get in with you, and I woke up. It was like 1 a.m. I was like, "Oh, got me." I fell off. I fell off the wheel. I fell off my truck, man. I had taco shop, and I've been eating good and had taco shop. And if you ain't been out to SoCal and you hadn't had taco shop out here, you don't know what you're missing, bro. So you got to hit a taco shop. They're on every corner. Like in the South, you got a chicken shack on every corner, taco shop on every corner. But anyway, what you were saying, I see it on both ends. I had this conversation, and shout out to my man DSJ. We had this conversation before. Truth be told, if you're looking at for a financial standpoint and everything, you don't hesitate to pull the trigger. And now mine is, and you're right. Those that hate Randall all over it, they jumping on it with both feet.
Yep.
You make a move to get rid of money. Nothing. But the thing is, for those that hate Westbrook, you don't want him here because let's look at it. He's a turnover machine. What it is. However, you can buy the cat out or hit him with the John Wall. Stay at home, bro. We don't need you.
Right.
So you can do that. So I can see it on both sides. And then the other thing is those draft picks. You like, what was it? 27
and 28, 27 and 28. Yeah.
All right. And then you can get, then you can also use those picks and flip them. Don't pull a Danny Ainge and sit on them and sit on them
right
until you can't move anything and then you out the door. But you can package those picks up to either move up in a draft that you want to move up, say the 2023 draft, where it's supposed to, if I'm not mistaken, and those out there in Nick's University channel that follow drafts real good and all like that, I think 2023 is supposed to be a good draft and supposed to have some heat coming. So you can move up in that, or you can flip it, package it up, and go for a certain player on another team that you want. So there's all kinds of other things you can do with those moves. I understand the holes where you're saying that it's a possibility we won't.
You could put them in your Donovan Mitchell trade.
Yeah, if you want to go for a Donovan Mitchell or whatever, whoever they want to go for, they can bring it in. But when I put it in there, look, we're gonna either have to crap or get off the pot.
Yes.
You know, you're gonna have to make a move. And I understand where the cautiousness comes in and all that. Because you got those that had Obi. Whoa, we're gonna put Obi in the power forward. He's not ready.
Right.
But then we need a small forward. We got Cam. Well, Cam's not ready. I don't believe in Cam. And it's look, we're gonna have to quit saying what we don't believe in and what we do, and just pick a direction, as you said earlier this year, Freeze, and go. I see the variables on all sides. I honestly and truly do. And I understand where a lot of it's coming from as well. But if you want to be cold-hearted and be about the business, about the money, because, you know, a lot of times we don't have money. Well, if I'm not mistaken, aren't we 5 million over cap and 28 million under luxury?
Right.
Move like that gets you under all that. And
all of that, yes.
So, and that's just cold hard. That's just being cold. That's not even cold hard. That's just being what it is. It's being about the business and trying to go and do what you want to do winning wise. Because if you can do a trade like that sooner, then hey, who's to say you can't make these moves and then try to move up and, well, you see where you are in this draft and go from there. Because you can't just basically, as in right now, this is what we have right now. You got to look down, add in the other variables after the draft and what is in free agency, because you don't know what's going to happen between now and within the next, 24 hours. We're basing everything off the here and now. So you got to have foresight and look down the road. But it's going to be unpopular regardless. Nobody's ever going to be happy.
I think I'd be happy with this deal. And I think Julius Randle would be happy with this deal. I think Evan Fournier would be excited about this. Zach LaVine?
Mm-hmm.
Excited about this deal.
Yeah, they're excited about Jack. But the thing is, I don't believe, like, come on, man. ESPN? Come on, man. ESPN, when it comes to the Knicks, bro, they'll never put us in the spotlight. They rarely put us in the spotlight because they always try to make us a running joke. Even when we've had a little success, they still try to make us a running joke.
If we don't do this deal, we're in a running joke.
They're going to flip it. Yeah, they're going to flip it and say, oh, how stupid were they?
Look at that. I mean, they could have got assets to get Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
Well, you saw how they tried to flip it on us with the KP deal. Oh, that was stupid for getting rid of KP and blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But I think we actually came out pretty good.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is, man. When it comes to it, you know what to expect. That's why I don't put much stock in what those, what they put out, because their job is to go with the teams with the, they're gonna always love the Bostons, and they're gonna always love Boston. They're always gonna love the Lakers. That's what it is. Then they're gonna go with who's the hottest young star out there right now. We're gonna roll with him. But we got the Knicks. We can always bring up past dilemmas and discrepancies on them, even when they do good. So and if we make the deal, we make this deal, somebody at ESPN gonna say, "Oh, that was a stupid deal."
Right.
But for the most part, financially, you can't beat that, and then you get more assets to add on to the assets to make another move. I mean, like I said, I'll give you 10 points. I'll give you 10 points if it's gonna get me back 20. Hold on, real quick, Freeze. I'll be here, my girl. All right.
No. So my deal is with this entire situation is Jay. Oh, wait a minute, Jay Boogie. Hold on.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, me and I'm podcasting. You can see my vision through the podcasting. But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting. I'm podcasting, he podcasting. I've been spitting this venom since karate flicks. When Mr. Sims was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezy got them blowing tears. Closest thing to the reverend means I'm the deacon. Call up G-Mo just so he can talk to Legion. I'm squeezing, get my young ones to overstand. Some more advice, Ron Cleveland, Mr. Man. I guess y'all know I'm just podcasting, right? Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting.
What?
You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting.
What?
You can see my vision through the podcasting.
Yeah.
But don't forget J Boogie
Okay.
when I'm broadcasting.
What?
I'm podcasting,
What?
we broadcasting.
What?
I know some haters and doubters, they want to take the shine. Call up JL, he said, do it in a nigga time.
Yo, what's good, boss?
Woo-wee! Almost
What's
forgot
good?
about that joint right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That
man.
joint is a every year, every season. That's what we do every year, all
I
year.
love it. I love it. I
Yo,
love
man.
it.
Top of the AM, man. Shout out to y'all men, y'all great men. Yo, Soul Finger, what's good, my brother? Freezy, what's happening? Shout out to the chat.
Ain't nothing to it, boss. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You know how it is.
Hey, yo, before you take off anywhere else real quick, then I just want to give a big shout out to them Rangers, man. I sat there and watched that whole game 7 last night, man, and I'm pulling for them to win because I'll be at the games here when they come play the Hurricanes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm all the way around New York City team. I just don't rock with the New Jersey Nets. Anything New York bubbling, you know what I'm saying? I'm supporting it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go Mets. Yeah, man.
I support the Mets, man. I got no
Go
doubt.
Mets.
Queen. It's just, I be on some big money thing when I be talking about them pinstripes. You know, but they coming along.
Yeah,
You
man.
think I won't root for Doc and Strawberry and them when they were doing their things? Come
Yeah,
on,
man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. We were talking about this trade, right? So Jay Buggy, here's my dilemma. Right? As a Knicks fan, all I care about is winning. Right?
So,
Excuse me. All I used to care about is winning.
right.
But now that I'm a YouTuber, now I care about the Knicks winning a lot.
Mhm.
But now I also care about the fans. Because as fans, we get run through the ringer, and I get DM'd and text and all this stuff a lot, bro. It's overwhelming being in this space because people are always contacting you like, Uncle Freezy, what do you think? 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 What do you think?
Mhm.
Right? And I always have to be pitch perfect. Like I can't be like if I'm in a bad mood, like if the puppy poop on the floor, I can't be mad at the puppy and then respond to somebody's thing. I always got to be on point. Right? Basic is my point. Right? Because people live and die with this stuff.
Mhm.
Right? And so here's the thing. Julius Randle let a lot of Knicks fans down with his play and performance last season.
Mhm.
Right? His play, his performance, his attitude, a lot of that stuff, he let a lot of people down. Not me. I'm more lenient towards Randle. But there are some that says he has got to go. Period. Can't have him back. Ain't no going back. Ain't no do-over. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hit the reset button. You know what I'm saying? And people felt like that with Fournier at the beginning of the season. What did we sign him for? Why did they move RJ from the 2? All these things, right? And Fournier kind of redeemed himself a little bit. But there are people still, they can live with Fournier, right? Now, if you ask them, do they want him? They like, no, hell no. No, we don't want Fournier. But I can live with him if he stays. Right? And so ESPN puts up a trade, right? ESPN puts up this trade right here.
I saw it.
Right? Where the Knicks trade Randle and Fournier, get 2 first-round picks and Russell Westbrook's salary. Right? Now the Lakers get Zach LaVine. the Lakers are going to get Zach LaVine in this deal. And I think this is the hang-up. The hang-up is why are we getting Westbrook and some draft picks all the way down at the end of the road when we should be getting LaVine? But getting LaVine shouldn't even be the crux of our conversation, because our passionate Knicks fans were not pounding the table to get Zach LaVine. They were pounding the table for two reasons, for two things. Fire Tibbs, trade Randall, right? Now, in this trade proposal, you get one of those things. How are you not satisfied? You get one of the things you wanted. How many places have you been in the Knicks universe where people were like, yo, you got to trade Randall, he got to go?
Well, my brother from out there in San Diego, California, you know, he broke a lot of that good stuff down. Why we shouldn't, what was the reasons, what shouldn't be the reasons. But I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna build this roster this year,
right,
to a team to where it's gonna be able to compete to what's going on in the playoffs this season for next season. Some of the teams that passed leapfrogged us last year, they're gonna make other moves to stay where they at or get further up. So we're gonna kind of like have to take a back seat for a minute and allow our young core to develop. Now, with this Russell Westbrook thing, I'm gonna get like the presidential say, I'm Jay Boogie and I approve this message, because one, it's gonna open up some cap space, not for now, but 23. 23 is my destination, where I'm trying to get to. 23 is that big crop. 23 is when the whole league becomes free agents. You know what I'm saying? Right here, right now, you're not gonna build that type team right now that's gonna, just step in and take over. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do it. You got to do a little bit more developing. Now, is Russell a good player at this point in time? No, he's a madman. He's out of control. We're not getting Russell for his game. We're getting Russell for his money.
Money, right?
Money. That's what matters. Money. Not that it matters to our owner, because he got that, but it matters as far as the NBA league itself, as far as opening up cap space, which we don't have no cap space. We have to make trades and different moves to, get some cap space. If this is what we can get, and we can get 2 draft picks and a Russell Westbrook that can come in, still put up triple doubles, still get a ball to players, speed up our pace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And help
get the ball to your big man, get the ball to Mitch. If he's still here.
If he's still here, but Mitch got to keep up because Russ gone.
Yeah.
RJ, you got to keep up. He gone. You know what I'm saying? Now I can see a whole lot of highlights with him and Obi running up the court. What? Is you crazy? Flying. But
here's my secret to what you're saying, Jacob.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing, that this is just between me and you. And I don't want nobody else to hear this.
And the YouTube, they got to hear it.
Oh gosh, dog it. Okay. Well, I'm a whisper then. I'm a whisper then.
You said you ain't like them last week. I remember you said you ain't like them. Hey, that's
talking about the whisper song.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Listen, hey, real quick, not jumps up because I want to tell you about that. You know what that song is made from? That song is made from when you was dancing in the club with a chick and the music was so loud you had to lean over and whisper.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they made that song from. Every male don't whisper in the female's ear, so that's why you gotta rock with that, man.
Yeah.
But go ahead, shoot your joint.
Yeah. So here's the thing. and I'm gonna lean in a little bit to share this with y'all, right? Russell Westbrook knows how to get the ball to big men. And if the best kept secret in the NBA is Mitchell Robinson's athleticism. We never get to showcase it. We don't, because we don't have guards that know how to get him the ball. We don't have guards that know how to get. But then you take a bona fide, certified first ballot Hall of Famer going moonwalk into the Hall of Fame, and Russell Westbrook. Even with his partially diminished skills, you get a point guard like that to unlock Mitchell Robinson's athleticism, bro. So now you're not getting one player, you're getting two players, because you're getting Russell Westbrook and what Mitchell Robinson should have already been. And don't mess around and have other athletes in that front court. Don't mess around and have other athletic bigs too. Don't mess around and have people forget about how athletic Nerlens Noel is because he's been hurt all this time. But Nerlens Noel, when healthy, is an exceptional athlete, right?
You trusting Noel? You trust
who's Noel's backup?
Sims?
Is Sims an athlete?
Yeah, he's an athlete.
All right, so if Randall goes, who would be at power forward? Is that person an athlete?
You know he is.
Now you don't own, not only do you bring Westbrook here, knowing that you can get him for a little while and he'll be gone, right? Right? You know, you get him and you give him a trial run. He don't cut it. He only here for a year. You did the same thing with Kemba. Mm-hmm. You did the same thing with how many games you got out of Derrick Rose this year?
Sure.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So you paid dudes money anyway, right? And they didn't play.
Right.
What's the big deal about about Westbrook? But the upside is you can unlock those thoroughbreds that have been caged up their entire career as Knicks because they hadn't had a point guard. And you bring in a guy that was once a two-time league MVP or one-time league MVP, one-time or two-time triple-double king or something, whatever.
A Hall of Fame.
Bona fide. He gonna do the hustle into the Hall of Fame. Do the hustle. Mm-hmm. He gonna do that into the Hall of Fame, bro. For those that was around in the 70s that remember the hustle. You know what I'm saying? But listen, my thing is the upgrade at point guard is so significant off rip by doing this. Man, listen. All of them dudes together, Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, whoever else played point guard for us, whatever, over the last, say, 7-8 years, none of their careers put together can touch what Russell Westbrook did the last 7 to 8 years.
And he's going to show up.
Right.
He's going to show up. By far, in any injury, he's going to show up. And he ain't going to have a problem with Tom leaving him out on the floor. Give him 39 minutes. He ain't going to have a problem with that.
Right.
So you look at that. So you sounding like you trying to go Russell and RJ in the backcourt, maybe Cam and Obi top, and then Mitch.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's what you're trying to do.
That's exactly where I'm trying to go.
Coming back off the bench with Rose, Quickly, Grimes, Sims, Noel, somewhere like that.
Yep, exactly where they should be. And no knock on them. I'm not saying that they're bad players. I'm saying that's the exact role that they should be in right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're not going to be starters eventually. What I'm saying is if you want to unlock Mitch and unlock Obi, unlock Sims, if you want to unlock Cam, you got to bring in a guy that has proven that he is a double-digit assist guy. When's the last time we had a double-digit assist guy?
It's been a minute, but
yeah,
I would say this because I started it off on this. First of all, salute to my man Boogie, Jay Boogie, the closer. I had to step off, take a call. Like I said,
tell Joe Biden to hold on, Soulfinger. We talking Knicks.
Can't tell that money to hold on. Boy.
Yeah, right.
Look, yeah, for real. I'll just say this: I've never really been a Westbrook fan. I'm not. I never really liked his game. In his point guard, I never considered him a point guard. I always thought him more of a shooting guard, imitating the point guard. Yeah, he get triple doubles and things of that nature, but man, his play is erratic. And my only thing is, many fans, many in Knicks Nation, ready to kill IQ for his shot selection. Look, let's be honest. Westbrook ain't never seen a shot he didn't like. And he, as fast as he can shoot you in a game, he can shoot you out or throw the ball out. I looked at the trade as this: if you're gonna do the trade, hit him with the John Wall treatment. That's the only thing I think. And roll with what you got if you're gonna do the trade. I don't think that he'll be a good mix for the team, because the minute he started throwing that ball away like he did in LA. If you thought what Randall got was bad, oh Lord help us, Jesus. What he going with? Oh Jesus, oh baby Jesus and God. Oh my God. What it's gonna pale in comparison to what they would do, what they did to Randall's gonna pale in comparison to what they would do to Westbrook, man. That's the only thing. He's a hype man, he get all the energy, and he get a dunk and get the snarling and stuff, and he 1-3. If he hits 1-3, he gonna keep shooting. And what if he's not hitting his shot? What if you have one of them cold games? And he's a volume shooter, so you got to take that into account on that. I'm just saying, you hit him if you're gonna hit him with the John Wall treatment, as in you have him sit at home or whatever, or you buy him out, because I just don't see that if he comes in, and that's what I can see, and the whole thing is. While people are getting, I see, I actually got the other, I kind of look in the chat and you have people upset about, because I said John Wall treatment. Yeah, look what Houston did to John Wall. They told him to stay at home. Right. If you bring him over, stay at home. That's what I mean. It's not to disparage John Wall, because John Wall, I like John Wall. It's just the injuries and that bloated contract he got is an ugly contract. But you're saying, well, Westbrook contract is big, but he got 1 year left. That's the enticing thing about it, to bring him in and get that money off the books in a year. However, we got players. But see, the other thing is how much money. I mean, we're going to break it down, because, you got Nerlens Noel on the one. He's got basically 1 year left. Yeah. Burks basically with 1 year left. But the two people you see in the trade got more. Randall just started his contract is kicking in now, and Fournier has 2 more years left on that one. So you can possibly move those. So my thing is I like John Wall. I've never been really big on Westbrook at all, and I'm just being honest. I give him his props for doing the triple doubles and everything, but what has it contributed to winning, and what young player did he help improve? Because you can't say what's his name in Phoenix. The one kid, the one point guard that everybody that's bags up Chris Paul.
Oh, Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne was known for dancing. He was Russell Westbrook's dancing partner. Remember that?
Right.
And then he danced himself. He danced his way right on out. He did the boogaloo right on out to NBA.
Right.
To do the camel walk to the G League, and then he found a home in Phoenix, and he got with somebody like Chris Paul to help improve his game and being on that team to set up. So that's the only thing I see. But like I said, money wise, pull the trigger if you want to do it. But if we do it, be ready for whatever, And it also has to come to the front office to be able to, which they don't. Leon doesn't say what he's going to do and give everybody a direction, because people are going to be upset about what, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. But as you said, Freezer, this is a point that I got, and I like what you said regarding this. Was you talking about a Laker team that's rebuilding? Because yeah, they get like Zach LaVine, but who else they gonna have with them? You got street clothes. You got street clothes, aka Mr. Glass.
Right. He'll be gone.
You know,
they ain't gonna keep him post LeBron.
No, man.
Right, because you can't win with a power forward leading your team.
Man, look, it's nice up there, and the weather's nice down in Southern Cal. The minute the temperature hits about 63 degrees, that cat in traction.
Yeah.
He hurting. He that bad. He busted up. So you really can't depend on him. And yeah, they get free agents that want to come in, but right now they're struggling. It's not like it used to be, you know. So
right. So let me just do this real quick. Corey Lee, thank you for your generous contribution. Corey Lee says, why give up one head for another? I understand what he's saying about that. Why give up one dude that is bonkers for another dude that's bonkers? Now, I got you. But excuse me, what I will say is this, right? In the seasons where Russell Westbrook is the guy and you just have a random roster of young dudes and vets and all that stuff, he will drag your team to the playoffs. Now, what you do when you get there, that you have to figure something out, right? But he will get you to the playoffs. And what we want with a team full of youth is for these young guys to get a taste of these high leverage games, like Jason Tatum got when he was the third or fourth wheel with the Celtics. Now look at him. Like Jaylen Brown got when he was the fourth or fifth wheel. You know what I'm saying? When he had veterans, Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Morris, Gordon Hayward. Now look at him. Right? That wasn't that long ago. Right? Now what we could do is keep allowing these kids to struggle and suffer and all that stuff and hope something click. Or you can go the proven route. Get your young kids in the playoffs so they can get battle tested, right? So you'll know who has stones and who does not. Because right now you don't know if Quickly has stones, right? You just know he hit that one big shot in Atlanta, but he had like 5 chances. He had 1, right? Does Obi have stones? Did Obi improve in the playoffs? The one time Obi went to the playoffs? Right? Now you get these questions answered, bro. Because you get a guy that's going to drag you 82 games. He's going to drag you through the mud, through everything to get your team to the playoffs. And then your kids are going to get battle tested. Right? The thing that we had been lacking with our young kids is Frank Ntilikina didn't go to the playoffs 3 or 4 seasons while he was here. Kevin Knox didn't go to the playoffs 3 or 4 seasons while he was here, right? Mm-hmm. They got lucky that they went that one time, and they wasn't even a part of the mix no more by the time we made the playoffs. But what would have happened if Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, Alonzo Trier, those young kids got a taste of the playoffs? Where would this Knicks franchise be at? And I know that's like a super hypothetical, but it's a hypothetical based on me seeing other young kids around the league go to the playoffs and develop into monsters. Bro, Luka Doncic just knocked off the reigning conference champs, bro. Those Boston Celtics that I mentioned, that were young kids that were making it to the playoffs when they were young, just get a taste of it in high leverage games, they knocked off the defending NBA champs.
And you know, one thing I'll say to that, Freeze, is Boston. Well, yeah, it did help that they had the draft picks that they had, but they scouted and drafted well because they could have missed on a high pick. It's happened. But they scouted and drafted well. But what they did, they continued to basically build through the draft, especially Boston. You say what you want about Danny Ainge, but he did build through the draft and he stayed patient and then just throw the money at. I mean, when he had the pieces, he fell off the horse when he brought in the whole Kyrie and all like that. When he went off his schedule, the way he was doing things, but they built it well. Same for Dallas. I mean, Dallas, they they got Luka, and then they put pieces around him, and then that's kind of, as you know, we joke about Dallas being our training facility, but they got pieces from us, and they use them the way they use them. But it also, not to derail or go off and take a little side, do a quick G-man, but you got to look at the coach, because kid got them playing balls. Be that as man, what do you say one about kid? But he got them playing ball. They're listening to kid. But Luka is the head. You know, they got that closer. They got that superstar with him. They drafted him. All I'm saying is, when it comes to drafting our players, let's be, and people don't like this word I'm about to say, patient. How much longer I got to be patient? Look, man, I've been patient. Look, I was there. I was sitting up in 29 Palms with a Laker and a Rocket fan, just dealing with it. Had to take it on the chin when we lost that championship to the Rockets. I had to deal with it. You know, I was with a San Antonio Spurs fan. Well, he didn't know nothing about basketball, but he was just happy the Spurs, and he's talking trash. And the only thing I say is, you don't even watch ball. You can't tell the difference between a basketball and a volleyball, bro. But because you from San Antonio, you happy they won. But other cats knew I was a Knicks fan. You know, I had to deal with that. You know, like I said, the last time the Knicks won a championship, I was a few months old.
Right.
You know, I hope a lot of Knicks fans is watching and feeling some kind of way about Jason Kidd during this time. Because I remember a lot of people when they were saying, no, they didn't want Jason.
Yep.
But let me tell you, for those that's listening, let me give you give him his work program. The Greek, that's Jason Kidd's work. He developed that.
Yeah.
Along with him, Chris Middleton, he developed that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now look what he's doing with Luka. See, you got to have a coach that can coach and a coach that can develop at the same time.
Right.
At the same time. Just coaching the game and never developing them guys to knowing and understanding what you're trying to get them to do does not work out. It doesn't work.
Right.
And then another thing, I really hope RJ and Cam and RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish are really paying attention to these wing players. I hope you are. Because for real, in this playoffs right now, it's showing that you ain't even really got to have a major point guard if you got major wing players. That's another reason why I'm okay if things don't work out and we don't do certain things. I'm okay with Quickly.
Okay.
Because Quickly is not far off from what old boy is in Boston. What's his name? Before they come from Oklahoma State. Besides some toughness. You know what I'm saying? And Quickly does have heart. You know, this season right here is showing you got to have some wing players this year. Wing players are dominating.
Right.
Them two over there in Boston, they dominated. Not only Milwaukee, but they smashed the Nets. You got to have wing players. Look at if Levine goes back to Chicago, he's still over there with DeRozan. Mediocre point guard. So I'm just saying that, and I hope these guys really see it, watching it, and going to get it. Because those are two wing players that we're looking at far as the future. You know what I'm saying? To do some damage, man. Because, man, God almighty. Man, this wing basketball is going on right now.
Right. Hey, J Boogie, let me give it. Let's give Jason Kidd some more credit, bro.
Give him some more.
Was Jalen Brunson this good before Jason Kidd?
No.
Jalen Brunson was not this good of a player before Jason Kidd, bro.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you something else. On the low, don't nobody know this was us three in the chat that's following us. Jason probably told him, yo, don't take that money. I'm gonna make you into a killer and get you some more money. Just throw me a little something.
Right.
I'm gonna get you there.
Right.
I mean, he's improved. He's improved.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's my point. That's one of the points I'm getting at, man. Like, so by us doing this deal with Randall and Fournier departing, the fans get what they want, right? The Knicks, and for everybody talking about the back-to-back year thing with that's the Stepien rule, right? That's the Ted Stepien rule. They named it after the Cleveland Cavalier owner, right? I understand the Stepien rule. You can't trade first-round draft picks in back-to-back years. Your own draft picks. If you have other people draft picks, you can do whatever you want with them. So if you say, for instance, if the Knicks trade a pick this year, they won't be able to trade 2023's Knicks pick, but they could trade Dallas's pick. Right? Just keep that in mind. Right? As we move along in the conversation. So but
excuse me.
So thing, what I want to point out to you though is those years that you pointed out with Westbrook, he averaged over 10.5 assists. And I looked at the roster when the conversation was going on. Some of them names, some of them players, you couldn't pick them out in a police lineup.
Oh no, I understand that. I understand that.
And so if you think him on a team with no talent can make a move to the playoffs, imagine him on a team with undiscovered talent like Obi Toppin.
And I hear you on that. But I also look at it. You say he was younger, but when you played with like other future Hall of Famers, I look at that. I understand what he could do, and they can unlock, and because we already know, the cat runs the floor. He does all that. And he's gonna push the tempo. I just me personally, I'm not a big fan of his game, especially seeing how it didn't. Even working with KD when his last stint in OKC with him, the Harden thing, you already knew that wasn't gonna work. When it's just situational. Even having Paul George, White Falcons guy, you see how it didn't work, and then they bailing out.
Right.
He could drag a team and all that. And yeah, I know he can get you 10 rebounds.
But alphas are not built to be betas, bro.
And that's true. That's true. However,
like
you gotta be an alpha, but you gotta be an alpha with, and this is why I say this is one of my things with him. His ball IQ ain't the greatest though either. Still, like his shot selection is still tremendously, in Charles Barkley word, terrible. That's the only thing. Those are the things. That's just me, my grind, my thing with it. But he has stuff that he can bring, and he can open and unlock a lot of things for us, for the team. I really see he can. I'm not gonna say he can't, but for me, I don't like the fit because I wouldn't want to bring him in. I'd rather cut him. If you're gonna make a move like that, just let him roll. I have no problem with rolling, like Boogie said, with the IQ and seeing what we can do with Deuce and look at in this draft, trying to get us a wing and just keep going. I don't want us to. I mean, it's only a year, and I get it, a year, but I can just see right now. I'm being a half empty kind of cat because I'm looking at how the fan base is going at Randall for 4 turnovers by Westbrook and his 6 to 7. And if he has one of them Shaq the Fool, we're talking about the Shaq the Fool man of the current 2022 man of the year. If he has some Shaq the Fool moments like that, man, Lord help us all. Like I said, Jesus Christ, it's gonna be bad. That's what I worry about.
Hey, Russell is a Hall of Famer. We gonna give him that. But Russell
is he tough though? Jay Boogie, is Russell Westbrook mentally tough?
Oh yeah, he's mentally tough. He's one of the few guys that probably could have played back in the days. He's just that tough. You know what I'm saying? I give him that. You know what I mean? But he's gonna go down in history as far as having the best group of guys to play with to never win a championship.
Right.
How did you not win the championship with none of them guys?
Yeah, that's my thing.
You did not win with OKC when you had Kevin and Durant. I mean, you had Kevin and James. You did not win. You did not win over there
With
in
Bradley
Houston.
Beal. You didn't win with Bradley
You
Beal.
didn't win with Bradley Beal. And then you went to the Lakers.
Right.
Did not win.
And the
Now-
Lakers was probably, I mean, not to cut you off, JB, you look at it.
Did that.
I mean to cut you off, but you look at it with the Lakers, and granted, it's old talent because the media hyped it up, but you know, what a collection of talent that they had, and you get put out like this. But man, ESPN didn't do him any favors. TNT didn't do him any favors. I mean, the NBA Network didn't do him. Hell, the Pod World didn't do him any favors, man. With some of his highlights, and he looks really, really bad. It's not, you know, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's just wild on what's going on with the whole situation, because he hasn't won. If he was, I mean, I can see what you're trying to say, well, probably like with Chris Paul coming up short. We already knew it. Chris Paul get you so far, but then after that, they fall off the cliff. Well, he turned 37, and it's like he went from 37 to 57.
Right.
Excuse me, in one night. I mean, that's, man, it's bad. But I mean, like I said, it could be some excitement because he's gonna bring some exciting plays. He's gonna put, well, the Garden always put butts in seats, period. But it would be something when he's on the money and you got Obi streaking down the court and he lobbed that pass to Obi.
Right.
You got Mitch, if you're holding on to Mitch, or Sims, you lobbing them to them. It's going to be beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. But the minute he overthrows one and that joker flies over the timer,
Right.
over the backboard, over the timer.
Your shot clock. Yeah.
The shot clock, yeah, over the shot clock, or he trying to do a no look and he bings it off of one of the assistant coach's head or something, man. Oh, Lord help us, Jesus. That's all I'm saying.
If we gonna make a trade and get Russell and them 2 draft picks will come and they can help us do some things, I can use it, but you got to be able to pick right, man. I was just thinking about how, you know, the elimination game when Miami was just in Philly, you to eliminate them guys. They started 2 guys in their backcourt that went undrafted.
Right.
So you got to be, I mean, having picks is good, but you gotta hit with them picks, man. You gotta hit with them. And like Soul said earlier, we don't want to sit on them like Danny Ainge. Matter of fact, we could get him and sit him to Danny Ainge in Utah, you know, and get that Spider Man and let him sit on some more picks.
Yeah,
But I don't think the Lakers are going to make a move until they got to get a coach established first.
Bruh. Man, listen. Offering the Lakers a Zach LaVine kickstart any head coaching search, bro. I mean, you tell them, hey man, we started the season with Anthony Davis and Zach LaVine. What coach turns that down? They don't look past Zach LaVine not being a playoff player or Anthony Davis staying healthy. They just look at the names. Like, I just can't turn this down. You know?
Did Zach bet on himself though?
Yep.
He can go any way he want, right?
Yep.
You know Portland looking at him too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Portland is looking at him.
San Antonio looking at him too.
Yeah.
Right. The Knicks should be looking at him.
How though? We got to trade.
I know. We gotta make space to get him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But we
so
should be looking.
Let me ask you this other question then, Freezy. If we make this tight move and come up with Russell and his cap frees up, and say we free up with about 64 million going into that 23 season, and we got draft picks. Knowing what this office already did with the same draft pick and the same 60 million, are you trusting them? all over
Yes.
again.
Yes,
Trust
because
them
I
all.
think they're gonna throw the bag at Jokic.
Oh God, yeah.
They're gonna throw the bag at Jokic, bro.
Well, for Jokic,
Hey,
you gotta.
would you enjoy I just want to ask you this real quick, Jay Booker. Would you enjoy a roster with Donovan Mitchell and Nikola Jokic on it?
Well, that was my dream scenario. I said that 2 weeks ago. That's my dream scenario. But you're not
Okay.
throwing the bag at Joker and nobody's here already.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm good with that. I live and die for something like that. What?
Right.
I'm a seasoned vet.
Right.
Immediately as soon as the season starts.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. So
Oh God,
the Westbrook deal clears up room so that we can at least
It clears up a lot
put
of
our
money.
hat in the game. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, and I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off, Freeze. But that Westbrook deal with his contract coming off the books, you get rid of a Nerlens contract and Alex Burks contract. That's a truckload of money, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is a truckload of money. And like I said, I can see financially making that move without a doubt. This is bar no feelings towards whatever player. This is about business and looking down the line. I'm looking at 2023. Who's going to be the free agent? Who I'm going to try to throw? Who would I want to go after in free agency if you're going to try to bring somebody in with a truckload of money? Now, in the past, we've been burned before with a truckload of money. Nobody wants to take our money. So now what you have to make sure you do now is put together a better product to make it more enticing to get somebody. And or you
But
have enough assets.
we have to look at it in context, though.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, and or you have the right assets to trade for a certain player that you can absorb, that you can get that money as well. So you got to be able to hit, you want to try to hit it on different sides. That's all.
But what I'm saying is this: when we had the truckload of money, right?
Oh wait, we sucked at one time with that truckload of money, man.
The best player on our roster was Emmanuel Mudiay.
Yeah, I'm just saying we sucked when we had all that money. We couldn't give it away. You couldn't,
because remember RJ was drafted, but he couldn't sign his rookie contract until July 1st.
Exactly.
So we had the draft rights to RJ, but we couldn't bring him in.
Yeah, we couldn't bring him
in. And then the other guys, we had verbal commitments to them. All the other guys, the Alfred Payton, the Wayne Ellingtons, the Mook Morris, all those guys, they couldn't sign to July 1st. So we couldn't guarantee Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving that we had anybody because these dudes could walk out. You know what I'm saying?
I understand freezing, but I'm also talking freezing when we were so bad, we had that money. You could walk up and put a gun in somebody's head and say, take this money, and they be like, no.
Right.
Because we were that bad one. But I see what you're saying. You couldn't say, well, we are getting ready to sign whatever. You say, well, a possibility, but they can walk away and turn around. I need to see what you got.
But this time, though, when we have the space in 2023, we talking to teams letting them know that we already have Donovan Mitchell. Right? We already got Spider Mitchell locked up long term. Right? We just need a complementary player. Right? And they're like, well, do you have a small forward and a power forward that can complement us? Yeah, we have a RJ Barrett and an Obi Toppin. So right now, just the conversation is we have Spider, RJ, Obi, Cam. Right? And all we need is a joker. Or say whatever free agent. Say Steph Curry, whoever it is. Whoever the complementary player is.
Yeah.
We can say.
Hey, Freezy, and real quick to my man Fuller in the chat. These are our dream scenarios, but these are also dream scenario ideas that maybe somebody in personnel can hear and try to put it in their repertoire, into their bag. You know what I'm saying? About the Joker, But be honest with you, don't think the Joker really want to keep staying in Denver and they keep losing like they've been losing. And Murray, you could have came back this year, but you chose to sit out. And you come back next year and we still go out in the first or second round. Joker might be thinking about, I can't do it with this squad. Let me go somewhere else.
Right. I can't do it.
That's where we're at, Fuller.
Right. The Joker is saying, I already been here 8 years. I can't do it with this team.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, that's
Don't be
they're in a situation kind of like they're in a situation like Portland because you don't have a lot of certain. Let's be honest, certain areas are not attracting certain superstars. You know what I'm saying? And my apologies, but game ain't cut you off. Jump in like
no,
that.
no. Go ahead, do shoot.
Excuse me, but you got to do some work to get certain people to come in. You get certain players at a certain level to come in, but you can't get those superstars,
Right.
or that young superstar to come in over there. And then, like you said, like you were saying, Boogie, and I'm a no look this back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Murray decided to sit out that year, so you know, and after a while, hey, Joker gonna be looking like, hey man, I'm tired. I'm tired of doing all this myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what it is. Hey, after a while, you get tired of going through the same old thing. It's like, look, man.
The rigmarole. Yep.
Yeah, the same old rigmarole. You in the hamster wheel, and you like, bruh, I won MVP back to back.
Right.
At one time. Or I won it again. I beat out Joel Embiid. Whatever the case. I'm MVP. What's going on? Who are you getting to help me, man?
Because ain't nobody going to Denver. Ain't nobody signing to Denver.
Yeah.
No,
nope. They build their team through the draft too. Ain't nobody going to Denver. Them places like that. Some of them ball players, I better listen to Kevin Garnett. He told y'all, man, I gave him my all. I should have been left here.
Yeah.
I was going to give me an opportunity to get a ring somewhere. And I'm not just saying that it could be the Knicks, but I would love for it to be the Knicks because, you know, we diehard Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? But he can't just sit there in Denver and not look to go get a chip somewhere.
Yeah. And I would say this, man. I would say this. This is something that we haven't had. Yeah, this is something we haven't had before, and that's young talent. Be that as it's not, it may not be superstar talent as many people would want, but they're still young, they're still developing. But we have young pieces, something we've never had before. When was the last time? Name a Knicks team in the last 10 years that we had 3 players under the age of 21 or under the age of 23. We had at least 3 before everything changed. Before you start going with the Fizdales, where you just going in the Piggly Wiggly, getting those shoes that's hanging on the plastic rack.
Right.
You know, when you're going to get the look, remember the old school, get you some croaker sacks. You know, you're gonna get you some croaker sacks or whatever, man.
Yeah.
So this is a whole different thing. We actually have young pieces that can actually that are good, they're decent. And they may be solid role players. It may not turn out to be superstars, or you may get somebody to be an all-star or or a star, whichever level you want to put it and rank them, whatever else. But you could get one of these. You could possibly, and I'm just not saying he's coming. I'm prefacing my words, but just hear what I'm saying, how I'm presenting it. You could get a joker like Boogie was saying. They're looking at it like, you know what? The Knicks actually got young players, and they're actually making some moves. They got the money. Let me go there. RJ may need, they need somebody with the skill set I got.
Right.
If you do happen to have them, I got a bag up. I don't have to worry about doing all this work because they got a young bag up here.
Right.
Like I said, our main thing is we're talking about point. Who's to say that with more development, IQ can't develop into being the point? I'm just saying, we don't know. We're looking at they're right there here and now, but give them a chance. Give them a chance. But money-wise, as you were saying, this is what the show is mainly talking about, this trade. I'm not going to go anywhere else. This trade. Financially, monetarily, whatever way, dividends, snaps, your ends, bread, cheddar, chips, it makes a lot of sense. Guap, all that. It makes sense if you want to go and open up you want to stack all that by making the move. That's what I'm saying. I can see it. And then don't get in arms about Westbrook, because if you get him, just prepare yourself. If you have a bad year, prepare for a bad year. And if it happens on a high note, then cool. You got you got gravy on your rice. That's all I'm looking. That's all I'm saying. But don't jump out the window until we find out where we're drafting, what free agents you're going to get, who's going out, because not the roster's going to change. We're looking at it like it's going to stay the same. We're going to run it back. And running it back didn't kind of go as well, even though we made the upgrades, supposedly upgrades we made, that didn't work out. You got Kimba, and as AD say, calling the frames, bone on bone. And we got Evan, who actually over the course of time did get a little better defensively. But again, we talk about money and assets if you want to do that. To add with the two cats that's going to be rolling off this doggone team because the contract's going to come to an, because they're going to get moved. Those two expiring contracts we got, they'll be getting moved. Those are good assets. Somebody's going to want to take them, and we can get something for it.
Right. Right. Okay.
And you got it. I always got it. Every time I turn around, I look. I got to think about. You got to pick them right. You know, we ain't even look at that boy Williams neither. That played for Boston, come from out of Tennessee, shooting over 50% from that corner. We ain't even look at him. Hard-nosed defensive worker. Don't kill. He wore Giannis down, beating him up. We ain't even look at that dude.
And see, you know what, Bud? Excuse me. We talked about Boston and what they're doing a lot. That's kind of like maybe one of the blueprints we may want to try to look at. And what I mean by that is look at your draft, look at your development, what you got. Man, look, Danny Ainge collected assets, man. And then he drafted what he did, and he moved around. And he was cutthroat about it too. You can say, be there as may. You may not like him. He was ruthless about what he did, and it was tactical. I gotta give him his props on what he did. Yeah, he got to the point where he got too many assets and messed up when he brought in Haywood and Kyrie because they were already at the floor and it just didn't work. But you know what? Scared money don't make money.
Right.
But see, also when you say that, and it didn't work. See, that's what we got to pay attention to. When you bring certain things in here, don't work. Don't hold on and try to make it work. Get it up out of here. Let it go.
Yeah, I'm willing to give a younger player more rope than I am a veteran that just don't vibe. That's just me. Because a young player you can develop and you can keep working. It's just like a child. Just like a child. If you have a kid doesn't know right off. You got to teach that child, right? They got to grow. You got to give them time. Because you don't take a 12-year-old say, all right, man, I need you to drive me to the store. Here, let's go. Well, I don't know how to drive. Well, I've been playing, hey, I'm about to date myself. You've been playing pole position or Grand Theft Auto. You can drive. Go ahead on. You don't do nothing like that, right? You teach them how to drive. You take time.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. We got to do that. You know, and we're getting a lot of assets and making moves. I got, like I said, I'm open to it because I like to see the follow-up behind a trade like that. However, you need to make sure that everything is, you know, we addressing other things in order. Because, okay, say you do that, we still got to deal with the Mitch situation. We still need to look at the point guard situation. We still need to get another small forward. We got one in Cam, but who's to say Cam won't be an asset in the trade either?
But trading for Westbrook solves all that.
I see what you're saying. So you
because Mitch is gonna leave because he want to play with a point guard. Period.
Like I said, Freezy, I don't know if I said it to you. I think I told you about it. My dark horse, the scenario. You think Dallas won't try to get Mitch?
Yeah, but they won't have money because they're gonna re-sign Brunson.
See, and that could knock him out. But you know, I told you who my dark horse is. Believe it or not, may sound
Brooklyn.
crazy. Oh no, it's scary. Miami. I can see Pat Riley doing something like that. He's slick enough to make a move like that to get a Mitch in there. But why would you want a Mitch? You got Bam. Mitch could fit into what they got because they got shooters. We're saying he clogs the paint up.
And Bam can play the 4. Bam is unsized at the 5 anyway.
Exactly.
And Bam is a good ball handler and decent shooter from about 18 feet. So
Bam point center, just like Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and it's a possibility that could happen. You know, I see. I don't. You know, Dallas would love to get him because you know he could be used in that Dallas system. Powell is undersized. They could probably go move on from Powell, open up some more cash. But I can see Mitch in Miami. It's just me. He could go to Charlotte too. I just think he's gonna want money. He's gonna want money, some money, and he wants to win.
Oh, he can go to a lot of places, a lot of teams. Don't forget, Golden State out there too.
Yeah, man.
Phoenix might be out there too because they ain't get ready to give ain't no max.
No.
Nah.
So he might be out the door too. So you know, it's a lot of scenarios where he can wind up at.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of scenarios, man. Golden State wanted Mitch at one time too.
Yeah,
we know Golden State is they're severely undersized.
they should have gave him for that pick. I bet you if they had a chance to do it again, they'd make that trade.
Yeah, because they wanted Mitch in the draft, and it was a high pick, didn't it? I don't know who that pick turned out. Which one of them, those young cats turned out to be?
They got Kuminga.
Okay.
They got Kuminga. We would have traded for this past year. But see, if they'd have known Poole was going to jump off like he did this year and kept Kuminga on the bench, they would have made that trade.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's something, man. That's something. I mean, that's something to think about, man. It's kind of scary because there's teams out there that want Mitch. You know, we got some that want to keep Mitch, got some that want to get rid of Mitch. And then you see Mitch put on his YouTube, he's shooting threes. You say, "Oh, y'all want to stretch five? Let me show you. I can shoot three." So it brings a lot of things into question. And I know he's doing that in the gym with cats right there with him. Nobody is not in the game, but okay. So say if he hits a couple in the game, then what?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So then stuff's gonna change. So I don't mean to go down the whole road on that. Back to the scheduled program. I don't want to keep going all over the place.
Well, I'm gonna help Freezy out with it. And what you gonna do about them ping pongs?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I was just gonna get to that. But what I was gonna say is just real quick, and then we get to the ping pong balls.
Right.
If the Knicks trade for Russell Westbrook, I would almost guarantee Obi Toppin's an all-star this year. Y'all heard me. If the Knicks get Russell Westbrook, Obi Toppin is an all-star.
It wouldn't be hard.
No, because no.
All
you gotta do is dunk and shoot threes.
You're gonna vote. If he averaged anything like 18, 19, 18 and 3 with 1 block a game, he can get voted in. Just on the strip of us.
You know, and that is true. That is true.
Man, we voted Julius Randle into the All. We got Julius Randle to the All-Star game, bro.
Well,
you know
he earned that though. He earned that.
Yeah.
Randle earned that. That you can say that All-Star, he earned that. And you could be an Obi. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say Obi. Yeah. You could be a Randle hater, but you got and say, "Oh, it was the bubble. It wasn't man-to-man earning it, regardless."
So you saying this year when Obi make it, him and Westbrook, Obi wouldn't earn it?
Oh, I ain't saying he wouldn't, because if he go out there and put the work in, and you got up,
because he would go from a bench player that the coach would give him 0 minutes, to an all-star in his first year starting in the NBA.
And like I said, I'm looking at it like this here. Salute, Cully, what's good?
Yo, Young and Fly.
Yo, what it do, y'all? What's going on?
Cully Goat is in the building. What's good, Cully Goat?
What's good?
Yeah, I mean,
salute.
That Westbrook and Obi thing, the transition would be bananas. But with Westbrook, and here's the other thing, Westbrook and Tibbs, will Westbrook and Gargamel work together?
Yes.
Wait, Westbrook and who?
Gargamel.
Which one? Which one is Gargamel?
Tibbs.
Tight booty, yeah.
No, of course, because Westbrook is that's the veteran point guard Tibbs wants.
Yeah, you got that. But there's going to be the transition game, the pace and tempo. There's going to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of running. But really, truth be told, Randall runs. He runs. It's just that the situation. This is, like I said, I'm straddling the fence or whatever. But a lot of things went bad because some folk never wanted Randall in the first place. Like I said, I said it before to you, Freeze. Randall had people that never wanted him in the first place.
Right.
So, and then when things went the way it went this season, it just solidified it and it made people make people not want him even more.
Yeah, it was ice on the cake.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. Randall's a talented player. The cat got skills. Right. That's a lot of size to be able to do what he does. Only thing I have is, okay, you worked out with Melo, but don't try to play like Melo. Play like Julius. That's my thing. Play like Julius. Don't try to be Melo 2.0 for some of the movies.
I think it has to do with them paying him to be like a Melo.
Yeah.
Julius can work out, but you got to have the right coach for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had I'm gonna go back to his name again. If you had somebody like Jason Kidd over here with him, know how to talk to him, know how to conversate with him, show him his wrongs, show him how he can correct his wrongs, and show him his rights, and show him how he can stay on his rights. You know what I'm saying? Julius will be a totally different player, but you don't have a development coach over there. You know what I'm saying? You just have a scheme coach, and his schemes is not working. They're not working. That's why he don't make the proper adjustments. He don't know nothing else but my schemes. Please get me through my schemes. You know.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Nah, his thing is, oh well, if you guys run my schemes right, we'll win. Instead of meeting on mutual ground and playing guys to their strengths. That's how a lot of stubborn coaches are.
Yeah.
If you guys run it this way, we can win basketball. That's So.
Well, but Cullen, you know what happens though when you bring in Westbrook? So Westbrook and Kyrie are probably two of a very small number of point guards that can get to the basket without requiring the screen. They don't need the screener role. They don't need the screener. Right? The screener come, they just wave them off like, I got it. And they just blow by their man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just blow by him. Right? So with that said, I think that adds a dynamic to the offense now where you won't have guys bundled up all the time, 3 guys at the rim at the same time. 1 guy can defend 3 people. You feel me?
Right. Now the thing is with Westbrook, are we still, because the question is, do we still have salute, my bad. Do we still have Randall? That's a trade scenario. My fault.
Yeah, Randall. Oh, let me pull up the trade scenario just real quick.
Yeah, we do need a coach. See, and that's the thing. Like, okay, let me see. Like, it's exactly. Oh, so it would be a 3-way trade.
Yep.
Oh man, only thing I hate in this is giving up that. Oh, never mind. No, I like it. I'm sorry. Yeah, we get a first round, 2 first rounders.
Yes.
Yeah, then I would do this right now.
Right.
I would do this right now.
And all you gave up was Randall and Fournier.
Right, and then you get 2. Yeah, I would do that. Yeah, I'll do that right now, and that way, I guess maybe the Knicks will start Grimes. I don't know who they'll start at the 3. Maybe I guess it'll be RJ, maybe Cam. I don't know.
Cam Reddish. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't know who's I guess maybe Obi at the 4, like you said. I agree with you, by the way. I do think with the speed of Westbrook, I do think him and or even if he does use a screen from Obi, I do think with Obi always cutting and slashing, I do think Obi will damn near be an all-star. With someone like Westbrook always finding him and all that, and having somebody to run with that, 6'9", athletic. Oh man.
One thing for sure, we cannot let the Lakers come up to bat like Judge and the Yankees is swinging for the fences this year without us taking part in their conversations, because they already said a couple of days ago they're going to do whatever it takes to satisfy LeBron while they got him here, you know what I'm saying, for another year to try to win a championship. They already know that roster, what they did last year, is not going to work. So whatever conversation they have, Frank White, I want in. I need to be a part of listening and talking to whatever y'all talking about.
Right.
Whether we do the trade or not, do not have no conversations without including us. Because we got some pieces we can swap and get over there to you.
Right. We're gonna have to send Donnie Brasco over there.
Yeah.
We need Donnie Brasco to sit in on the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody might have to.
He gonna sit right there at the bar and listen to everything, and he gonna grab LeBron and get him indicted.
Somebody in the Knicks organization, probably Worldwide West. Somebody gonna have to Tampa, man. Sorry, somebody gonna have to Tampa this offseason.
Speaking of tampering, okay. Speaking of tampering, this is a good spot for me. For one, let me break some news. So the representative for the New York Knicks at the NBA draft lottery is Worldwide West. How do y'all feel about Worldwide West being in the building where the lottery takes place?
And I don't really care, but I hope that he's in there politicking, trying to do some dirty work. Use that cachet you got. Whatever you have, use that cachet. You get nosy. Ask other team. I don't know. Conversate. Oh, who you like? Who you like in the draft? I don't do something. Just do something. Something slick. You know what I mean? Who you like in the draft? Oh, what you think of some? Find out who the hot names are. Because I don't know if the Knicks. I don't know. Again, more questions and answers. I don't know if they're going off a fit or if they're going off best available talent. Because I've been doing a lot of homework on the drafts lately. There's a lot of guys I see that would be solid for this team. A lot of youngins. I mean, but I know we have what, 9 players under 25. We got about 9. So I don't know. So I mean, I would say, if we have Tibbs, I'm not, because I don't care about Tibbs, but if we're gonna draft somebody, maybe this will be the last time we draft somebody before we start bringing in vets. I don't know, but I would hope the Knicks take advantage of this draft. There is some guys that can help us, some wings preferably, but I think we have guards already.
I think it's a decent look to send World over there. Because we already know Leon don't know how to talk.
Right.
And I don't want to see him on that screen with a stupid look no more.
Right.
I don't want to see that face no more. At least World, he know how to smile and talk, communicate. But if it was me and I'm in that position and knowing the angle where I'm going and where I'm trying to shoot the team and let it be known to everybody, I'm sending RJ over there. That's it. I'm sending RJ to it. Just me, because that's the point in the direction I'm going to. Now, last year, coming off the look what Julius did, they should have sent Julius there. You know what I'm saying? Coming off that look. But if I need somebody that's going to conversate, talk, going to wiggle, going to get in the ears and try to make adjustment moves and all that, find out what the leaks is at, yeah, World is a good guy to have over there.
Right.
But if I'm doing it from a team perspective, and I know we're saying that RJ is going to become our leader and be giving him the keys,
right,
I would send RJ.
If that's the case, should I send RJ and Obi? I'll send both of them.
I was going to say, I think that's a good move because of, as you mentioned, Cully, the cachet of West. He's a good. He talked to people. He's like a socialite. But in my estimates, there's an agenda behind that because, like you said, I feel he's going to be looking. He's going to be probing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be probing because that's going to determine what's going to happen not only during the draft but also free agency. So he's probing with his connections. He's talking to people. He's having conversations and he's putting some feelers out to see what's out there or what could be done. So I think for us, in our best interest, it's good that West is going. But I think there's definitely an agenda behind him going. That is to make some moves, whatever those moves may be.
Right. I agree, yo. He has to be slick, man. Be the slick guy you are.
Yeah, he is. He is. He know how to take it. Like, you know how you have a borderline, you take something like right to the edge, but you don't cross it.
Right.
Oh, he gonna do that. He's gonna do that. He's gonna take it right there, and then he's gonna park it right there and say, okay, all right, now I know. Let's do this.
Yeah, get nosy. Bring one of the scouts with you. Something. Just start.
Yeah.
That's when they really should be starting. Right on Tuesday. Right now. That's when they should be plotting now. You know.
I think Worldwide West is a good luck charm in this. I don't know why.
He might be. He just might be.
Well, I don't know why when I heard his name, I felt like it was a good move.
Yeah. He just might be. Not Leon Rose. I'm good.
No, not Leon Rose. Up there eating raw sandwiches, pastrami on rye with mustard.
Eat egg salad sandwiches out of the bodega.
with a food town water. You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, man, come on, man. I think Worldwide West is probably the best person we could have sent aside from RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I think Worldwide West, at the very least, is going to represent us well.
Yeah.
Even if he can't do nothing.
Whether it's a good pick or not, he's going to make some moves. Whether we get a good draft pick or not, he's going to make some moves. He's not going to just let it in on the picks.
Yeah. For our analytics guys, I know we slated in at 11 as the best chances, but if we don't hear the New York Knicks are picking at 11, then it's time to get excited, because then our chances go from 1 to 4, and we know that if we get there, something's gonna go down. That's the best news we can hear on this coming Tuesday, that the New York Knicks will not be getting the 11th pick, because we can't really go. The percentages can't, for us, we can't really go down, but we can only go up. So let's hope that we don't get called for the 11th pick, because if we don't, we coming up. We are coming up. So, again, maybe Wes is the charm, but we'll find out. If he can manipulate those balls, hey, so be it. Whatever. Do whatever it takes.
Right.
Yeah,
what's good, man?
Hello?
What's good, man? You might be quiet.
Yeah, Ray, what's up? You gonna stink us or what?
Ray, what's good? You all?
Yeah, what's good? Nah, man.
Yeah, Ray, you was acting like Leon Rose just now. My fault.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, don't send Ray up there tomorrow, man. Don't send Ray up there.
It's real quiet just now in the panel.
Yeah, you was acting like Leon Froze.
Got his shades on. I don't know where he looking at.
Nah, man. How y'all doing, man? Salute to the chat.
Salute.
To the panel. Nah, man. I ain't Leon Rose, man. That's not who I am. But it's scary to think that if we end up with something other than the 11th pick, it's just my brain is running in so many directions, because here it is in my heart. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, yo, we could seriously use a wing player or someone like Dyson Daniels. You open up the floodgates and give us like a top 5 pick. Oh man, it's gonna be just pure chaos. Like I see everybody running around with their heads cut off, wanting, Pablo Banchero or, Jaden Ivey, or let's trade it for Donovan Mitchell or whatever. It just, I don't know. It creates so many. Yeah. Hey, I'm so sorry. I gotta jump off real quick.
Hey, it is a punch.
Leon Rose is calling them.
What you about to say, Jay Boogie? You said there's a Panchero?
Yeah, it's always a flip side of something. We better not go lower than 11. We better not hit nothing like 12 or 13, because they're gonna say, oh, see, you shouldn't have sent him up there. He ran up there, knocked on the door, told on Tom and all that.
Right. Yeah,
but you know what? I in my estimates, I want us to move up, but I don't want the 4th pick. And this is the reason why I say that. Okay, Banchero goes, say Jaden Ivey goes, and Smith goes. we definitely don't want Holgram. So if we were to pick fourth, who would we pick? I mean, that would be a good question. Would we want to take, let's say, Mathurin that high as a fourth pick, or someone else? I mean, I know we talked about Sohan. Do you want to get Sohan at 4?
I think I want Sohan at 4. I'll take him, but
Nah.
If I'm at 4 and Ivy's off that board along with the other, I'm not taking Chet. Give me that boy out of Iowa. If I'm right there, a wing player.
Oh, Keegan Murray, right? Yeah,
Right.
Keegan Murray. Yeah, I figured Keegan. Yeah.
So
he reminds me of Carmelo.
He reminds me of Danny Green. I don't know.
He's a
Danny Green or Danny Granger?
I'm sorry, Danny Granger.
yeah, he knows how to play basketball, fundamentals. You know.
Yeah, his stock went up. Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And if it's not him, I might just take a look at Sharp. Sharp gonna be the sleeper of this thing right here. I'm telling y'all that.
Nah, I think I'll take Mathurin, man. I don't know.
Sharp is gonna be just like that boy in Minnesota.
Cause look, Boogie. Not to cut you off.
Good point.
Who, Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, he's gonna be like Anthony Edwards.
Nah, I mean Sharp is solid. The only thing with Sharp, I feel like Mathurin is a little safer than Sharp. Because remember, Sharp didn't play. I mean, Sharp is probably NBA ready, but he ain't playing college, man. I mean, he only got high school highlights to go off of. So I don't know. Mathurin, they say you're as good as your last game. Mathurin he looked all right, his last college game. So I mean, I don't know.
But the difference is, you're talking about Kobe Bryant potential versus Latrell Sprewell potential, right?
In a big way.
And so you like, do I go the safe way with Latrell Sprewell, or do I go the other way for Kobe Bryant? I got to take a chance on Kobe, because even if I swing and miss, I still have a really good NBA player.
Yeah, you said it right. It's a difference between Kobe and Latrell Sprewell. I got to swing for Kobe, but if he doesn't become Kobe, like maybe Kobe rest in peace, he'll at least dump down to Sprewell. So I'm not going to go draft a Sprewell potential, and he don't be a Sprewell potential, and he drop down somewhere else and be somewhere up under the bench. Frank Nikiga. I'm not going to do that.
Well, you know what? That's something the Knicks would do anyway, though. Is draft somebody more they feel is more safe. They wouldn't even take a risk on a Kobe potential. Knicks not good enough to see that, so I wouldn't.
Yo, Shaden Sharp has a 49-inch vertical.
What's up, fellas?
What's up,
What's going on, Ron?
What's going on, man?
Ain't much, man. Ain't much. Y'all took the words out of my mouth. That's the man I'm looking at. I was just looking at him last night. I was just watching him last night. I said, ooh. But then I was like, okay, shooting guard. We loaded up.
I'm gonna tend to the puppy. I'll be right back.
You know what I mean? We loaded up at that shooting guard. They get him. Somebody's about to him.
Score though. He's a scorer.
Yeah, he can get it. He can get it, man.
He's a go-getter, man.
And he looked like he got the potential to be a two-way player, man. And I don't throw them terms around loosely, because everybody can't play defense and offense. He looked like he got the skills. He's long. You know what I mean? Good footwork. I was watching him. I was like, okay, yeah, I can rock with him, man. But hey, shout out to everybody this morning, man. It's a good morning. You know what I mean? So Freezy, I think Freezy had on the cover, I guess the message this morning he's talking about Russell Westbrook. I didn't catch the tip off.
Yeah, the trade. Did you see the trade? Well, let me tell you what the trade is real quick. And there's also Geraldine McGovern. She'll know what the trade is too, because she asked. The trade is the Lakers getting Zach LaVine and no.
There's a three-way.
The Lakers get Zach LaVine and we're moving Julius Randle and Evan Fournier, and we're getting Russell Westbrook and a future 27 and 28 number one draft picks.
That's the one that they've been bouncing around ESPN?
Yeah.
Wait, is it Freezy? I mean,
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, then I'm doing that tomorrow.
Okay. So with that trade,
clear money.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. As much as I know Russell Westbrook can be a headache, I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying this for a while. The reason why Russell Westbrook didn't work in LA, they used him wrong. Hello, in the words of Herm Edwards, they used him wrong. You asked the man to come in there and be a shooter, something he never was.
Never.
What you know what was supposed to happen? And this where they screwed up at. You were supposed to make Russell Westbrook the point guard and let him run the offense. Have LeBron get his behind down there and play in that power forward post the way he was supposed to. That's why that thing didn't work. I was like, it ain't a secret. That man's a walking triple double every night. Come on, man. I can't knock Russell Westbrook for that situation in LA, man. It's the same situation with what Tibbs did with our team, playing people out of position and making the man look bad, like the man done forgot how to play basketball. Yeah, do he make turnovers? Oh, yes, he does, and we know that. But I can't knock Russell Westbrook for that situation. And then the man still averaged what? Playing out of position. What was it this year that he averaged? About 15 and 7?
Oh, Westbrook?
Yeah, what did he average this year?
Was it about 15 and 7?
Being improperly utilized. So I can't knock it. I'm gonna tell you what, to have him on the last year of that deal, I think I might have to go with that. Then you getting 2 first-round picks out of that, and you might be able to pull that Tucker kid, because I think I saw that at one time too. But they're talking about sending him and Tucker over here.
He averaged 18, 7, and 7.
How much?
He averaged 18, 7, and 7 on
7 to 7. Let that sink in.
44% shooting. His 3-point percentage was 29%. Yeah, I would do the trade.
And this is the thing, Ray. Think about this, man. Have anybody accused Russell Westbrook of being a 3-point shooter? Come on, man. So that was bad business for him. The Lakers used him wrong.
I'm doing it for I would do that trade for one reason and one reason only. If I'm trying to develop my core young crew or whatever the case may be, I need a former MVP / all-star that's going to come in there and establish even more culture. Because the one thing that's not up for debate is his hustle and effort.
Oh yeah, and he's going to bring that every night.
It's not something that comes into question. And can you imagine what kind of impact that has on a young core with an IQ, with an Obi, with a Mitchell Robinson, as he's utilized big men probably better than just about anyone in the NBA? I mean, let me not say anyone in the NBA, but I think Russell Westbrook makes a lot of sense. It addresses the culture, because we talk so much about New York culture and New York Knicks culture. He brings a level of heart and attitude, some nasty that he could probably even shed on Obi, who needs all of that and then some in order to become a star. He's going to unlock Mitch. He's going to unlock some other cats. Yeah, sure, in the short term, it looks a little funky and crazy because, yeah, he had a bad year and turnovers and all that stuff. But you are gaining 3 elements to this trade. You are getting cap flexibility. You're setting yourself up down the road as you continue to draft. And you bring in somebody with a sort of pedigree that really contributes to the culture of the locker room. I don't see how it's a lose-lose. He's not a bad team.
And guess another move about that thing that I like about him. Even at his age, that man still be wanting to push the pace. He don't want to be driving in first gear. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We got a lot of young thoroughbreds, and we driving them guys in first gear. You know what I mean? Just burning up the transmission. Russell Westbrook ain't gonna do that. He gonna move that thing. You know what I mean? So when I look at how we would utilize him, and it's what Tibbs like an attacking point guard. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's all Andy said. You know, what about Kemba Walker? How he was used. Well, Kemba Walker couldn't stay healthy. That was his major problem. Period. That was his undoing.
Kemba didn't have 3 levels. He only had 2. The 3 and the mid. He couldn't get all the way to the rack.
Yeah, he had lost his explosiveness.
I mean, Kemba, you got to use that pick and roll more effectively too. You got to use that all game pretty much.
And you got to be careful with Russell Westbrook too, because he will catch you on a poster if you ain't careful.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong about Russell Westbrook being the point guard. I mean, he's a 1-year rental. It's like a tuxedo going to a corporate event. You only need it for 1 year. Like, you only need it for a short period of time. You don't need it for anything extending
Exactly.
beyond a year. And if you get lucky enough and he comes out looking like some version of the MVP, version of Russell Westbrook, you could flip him at the deadline for additional assets. How is that a bad thing? I don't know. I look at it and I keep thinking to myself, because I keep asking the question, what kind of team is the New York Knicks trying to be next year? A playoff team, a play-in team, or are we a lottery team? And as far as I'm concerned, we're not contending for anything. The playoffs are showing us
Absolutely.
how far off we are as an organization in terms of really putting this thing together. So yeah, bringing in a vet guy that's gonna, I'm a big mentality kind of, guy when I think about my athletes, because if the game is 50% skill set and 50% attitude and mental and psyche and all that stuff, Russell Westbrook doesn't have that problem. He just doesn't. And even you heard Bradley Beal speak about it on Draymond Green's podcast, where it's like, I don't get the knock on Russell Westbrook. He's a great teammate. He's a great locker room culture guy. I don't
Okay,
see the Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if we were to pull that off, how would we construct our roster so that he could fit in? Because remember, too, he has to fit. And looking at the pieces we already have, how is that jigsaw puzzle coming together in terms of a roster?
Well, you still got to go out and surround him with shooters. I mean, that's the name of the game. You got to have shooters in this league in this day and age. So he's going to put pressure on your defense. Defense going to collapse. You got people out there on the wings that can shoot that rock. They're going to benefit from it. So he's going to actually make life a whole lot easier for whoever got to shoot that ball, getting the pass from it. And this is the thing about Russell Westbrook we got to think about too. Russell Westbrook knows he has to repair his image, his ball image. You know what I mean? It ain't about the off-the-court stuff. It's about his on-court image. He got to repair that. That man is going to be hungry and in the last year of his deal. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Hey, I say take a chance on him. At least we ain't taking a chance on somebody with bad knees that can't play. Russell Westbrook be available.
I'm doing that trade for that cap flexibility.
That too. Yeah. Exactly. There's multiple reasons why I would do it.
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
It's multiple reasons why you can do a trade like that. But you say how you going to construct your team.
Yeah.
It's the same format. See, Russell is a 6'3" Giannis. Giannis is a 6'11" Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. You need to surround him around with perimeter shooters, people that knock down that shot, but also when the shot comes to them and they can't get off the shot, they can also put the ball on the floor and beat you. You know what I'm saying? We need guys that can shoot, but also that can beat you off the dribble. I was listening to JJ Redick, and he brought up a stat that I never heard nobody say or mention in nothing. He said, James Harden's game is so bad now, he went from 41% of beating you off the dribble to 25 points less. He can't beat you off the dribble no more. So if you got guys that can shoot and can beat you off the dribble, you got some dominant players. Because it's a wing playoffs. It's a wing.
You got that right.
I agree.
So yeah, man, hey, sign me up for Russell Westbrook, man.
Yeah, I would say if that move was to made, Alec Burke also has to go. Start Quentin Grimes. You have RJ at 3. You have Obi at your 4. Resign Mitch. You have your Mitch at number 5, and let it cook. Let it cook. Let them play. And then
I like what you said.
We
I like what you said. Go ahead.
And we still got Quick. We still got McBride, Rose. Something might have to be done there. But we also have, good bench support, other pieces, that we can plug in with that. But if we were to do that deal, that's how I would roll and let them boys cook.
I'm getting Rose and Kimba out here immediately.
Thank you. I couldn't say it fast enough.
I'm getting Rose and Kimba out of here immediately. It ain't. Hey, thank you for your services, man. But hey, it's time for us to move on to something different. And my thing is, like I said, man, I want somebody.
I would agree with the Rose. Yeah, I would agree with the Rose. Yeah.
That's available, man. Both them guys got to go, man. Kimba got to go because he eating up money and he ain't giving us the services. And Rose got to go because Rose can't stay healthy. Neither one of them can stay healthy. And I can't go into another season where I'm betting on Derrick Rose surgically repaired knees to hold up, man. I mean, ankle. You know what I mean? Well, his knee's been repaired too. So
I just want to be clear when I do say this, it's not a first option that I want Russell Westbrook on the team. It's not a short term where you're looking at making a Russell Westbrook trade to make the team better. It's a consolidation trade, and it's something that we as a Knicks fan-based collective have been screaming about. We need to get these guys off the team. We need to get these guys off the team. All of the vets that everyone is complaining about moving off this team collectively make somewhere between $72 to $89 million. You got to find a way to move that much, that amount of money. And I look at a guy like Russell Westbrook as a consolidation avenue for us in a way that you won't find that availability throughout the league. What other trade gives you sort of consolidation that we need to open up pathways for other players to?
I got one for you. Let me respond to that.
Yeah, go.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell is another move out there you can make too. But the thing about Ray, what you made me think about even further is the fact that you're gonna move Russell Westbrook, and guess what you getting out of that deal? You getting 2 first-round picks, 23 and 27?
27, 28, right?
27, 28?
Right.
Guess. Let's look at that Lakers roster. That thing is not gonna get better in the long term.
Right.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, they got real problems.
They got some serious problems. When LeBron get ready to dip up out of there, and that gingerbread man can't stay healthy, Anthony Davis, man, that thing is going to be a mess. You mess around and get a lottery pick off of them guys, man. That's another thing you got to look at.
You also going to hold you accountable for your game actions. You're also going to get a guy that's going to be able to hold down the locker room. You're also going to get a guy, when you criticize me about my game, I'm manning up to stand there and take it. Russell ain't ducked no wreck this year. Bad as they say he was playing, bad as the Lakers was playing, they was trying to put the whole thing on him. He ain't ducked no wreck. He was always in the media. He was always talking to him. So that's the type of guy you're going to want that's not going to duck no wreck when I'm not playing good. But I'm also going to hold myself accountable when I ain't playing good, but I'm also going to do what it takes for you to continue on you playing good when you ain't playing up to par with your game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then it allows us to get rid of Derrick Rose. I don't need Derrick Rose no more. I can come back the following year and sign Westbrook for about $7 million, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't need no money. He already got endorsement. He already got the Hennessy. He right there with Nas. There's a lot of things he can do. But you know what I'm saying? That cap space is going to help us build our team all over again come 23. And that's what we did. That's what we need to do. The way we did it the first time with all that cap space and had all them draft picks, Leon and Rose and them may have a clue. That's why I asked Freezy, do you trust him to do it again? But I know we need that opportunity again, whether it be with Leon or whether it be with somebody else. But come 23, when all them high school boys coming out and all the top name free agencies are free, you need to have cap space and you need to have draft picks. That's what we need. But get this season coming up. I don't care about play in, play out, playoffs, none of that. I'm building for 23. That's why Russell is major. Even if Houston say, yo, we'll give you a draft pick along with taking John Wall, I take that. They make the same money. I'm thinking about 23, not 22, 23. 23, 24 is where the roster need to be having their mindset.
Exactly. And Boogie, you just said a mouthful, man, because when teams are rebuilding, that is one of the things that they do. They take expirings and they take back, take on draft picks, you know what I mean, for moving a guy for getting a guy for a roster that the team clearly don't want anymore. But like I said, man, and I'm gonna tell you, it's really shocking that really the way the media has dragged Russell Westbrook, man, and I don't hear nobody talking about that point that the fact that they took the ball out of the man's hand. Nobody talks about that. And it just goes to show, man, when people want to create a narrative on somebody, man, they're gonna make stuff conducive for this story to keep selling. And they've been selling that all season about the demise of Russell Westbrook, not stating the fact that this man is not playing in the same way that he'd been playing when he was in OKC, so far as the ability to run the team. You're not running the team with LeBron James, and everybody know that. And LeBron at this point in his career need to be playing on that block. Get down there with your big behind and do what you need to do and bully somebody, and that's what you do. But don't try to put that, and then you bring the man there. That man has never, I'm going to reiterate this thing again. If you brought him there to be a shooter, that's where you failed, and all of them need to be fired.
You know,
that's right.
I just looked in the chat, and I got a shout out to Bricks Nation, and it's true in a sense when you think about it. If you're gonna make this move, I said it earlier today, this morning. Right. Shout out, fellas. I had to take a call. Always good to have you on, Ron. DJ Cash, been a minute, my man. Who's that at the bottom there? The Don P.
Don P. Yeah, what's up?
Don P. What's up? What's up?
Don P. So, in the building.
I would say, like I said before, it's about the salary cap and open up money. If you want to be cold hearted, just straight down to brass tacks, you want to open up even more money, you make the trade to go along with the other two pieces that will be rolling off the salary cap, i.e. Noel and Burks. That opens up even more money.
Yeah.
Now, I'm duly noted. I've said it before. I'm not the biggest Westbrook fan. I haven't been. I don't really care much for his game, but it's only his services for a year. Or, as I said, don't take it the wrong way if you're coming in and didn't say what I said earlier, you give him the John Wall treatment. Okay, you here, but stay at home. Or you buy him out, have his services go somewhere else. Or you play the man and just go from there. And if you expect to have a bad season, just have a bad season. But you're looking at the 2023 free agency and everything else.
Yes.
You 2 draft picks to actually package to do something else. There's all kinds of things if you want to make that move. So you again, you got Randall haters that want to see him gone. You got the Fournier haters who want to see him gone. If you're looking at it about the money, this is what you want. So it's all over the place. But like
it's a win-win for everybody. Who loses?
Well, I just said, Freezer, those that really, really love Randall go to be ones to lose.
Yeah. Well, I love Randall, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all know how I feel about Randall.
Yeah.
Not as much as I love this face right here. Not as much as I love Benny. Like everybody look at Benny, everybody. Everybody look at Benny.
Benny got big.
Benny is huge. Benny like, wait a minute. He just tried to get but anyway, what I was
Benny looked like he opened up the refrigerator by himself.
Yeah, he just pretty much. And my wallet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
But no, I hear what you're saying.
I think it jumpstart. It puts this rebuild that we into overdrive.
Yes.
Right. Because you clear out space for multiple options. You clear out space for next year. Maybe if you got some rookies on the say for instance you find out Benny. Say for instance you find out that a couple of the rookies that we have ain't it, right? So you bring in some other rookies from the 2023 class. Say we get fortunate, right, and get Shadion Sharp in this draft, right, and then next year you get a running mate for Shadion Sharp. Say for instance, RJ Barrett is not going to improve beyond what he is, right? Or say for instance that happens. And
don't say that too loud.
Say yeah. Say for instance that's a possibility, right?
It's a possibility.
Then what you do is get your Shadion Sharp. So you get your guy in the wait a minute, Benny, what are you doing?
Benny told you don't say that too loud.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it opens up options because Westbrook comes off. So if Westbrook comes off and you don't have, say, the vet. Now you can go get the vet. You can sign them, or you can take those multiple draft picks and young players and go get the veteran you want. You go get your disgruntled star, like maybe Trae Young, who may become disgruntled, or somebody like that. I'm not saying Trae Young is disgruntled. I'm not even saying he want to be here. But what I'm saying is, when the possibilities present themselves, we will be ready. The reason why we don't have a guy is because when these things happened, we wasn't ready. We didn't have the assets.
I echo that 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Now we ready. Anybody, anything moving, we in it. First, anything moving, we in it. We ready. We can bid with anybody, right?
Yeah.
Because not only do you have the cap space and the young players, but you also have the draft picks.
And you know what, Freezy? What you're talking now is, if you look at that blueprint from OKC, why have they been so successful with their drafts and stuff, man? It's because they target teams where they see those teams are declining, and they take those picks they offer to get rid of certain players.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? Their team is still trying to rebuild, and that team they got the pick off of became sorry. So guess what? Now they got 2 first-round picks. You see what I'm saying? So
now it's double jeopardy.
Yeah, that's the blueprint.
Don't forget.
The Lakers, man. And that thing is closing up down there in LA, and they know it.
Don't forget, man. OKC got a man named Sam Presti over there.
Yeah, smart, man.
That man makes a phone call at least every day. He does something. Something. We clearly not doing.
They don't sit back and relax over there.
All right.
But can we all agree? Can we all agree as a panel, as an entire Knicks fan, collective, that the one thing we need to be focused on going into this on season is consolidation? Like, we got too many. We've got log jams. We've got too many young players. Like, we can't draft everybody. We can't sign everybody. At some point, you gotta put something.
You gotta make moves.
Yeah, you got to.
Gotta make moves.
The refrigerator is full with groceries, man. Ain't no more space.
Well, I'm gonna put this out because Jay Boogie said this a while ago. Jay Boogie, you remember you brought this up. You said we got a lot of the same players. That's why we draft the way we signed the draft. We kind of got duplicate players.
Right.
Boogie said that a while ago, and it's stuck. So you can make some moves. Only player you don't have a duplicate of, truth be told, is Randall.
Right.
Can I be the devil's advocate for a minute, though? Let me say this. Y'all remember that Melo trade? Did y'all remember all the players that we had before the Melo trade? Gallinari, Anthony Randall. I mean, we had a lot of young pieces. We essentially threw away our future for a legit superstar, and we suffered for that. So I agree that we should make moves at some point, but this whole notion of trading away a bunch of our young pieces to get an established talent, I don't see that. Now, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about getting somebody like Russell Westbrook and renting him for like 1 year. I think the best thing coming out of that is the draft pick we're gonna get and the amount of cap space. But I would say to your point, when we have the opportunity to get a certain player, we should get it while we can. And with that said, if Russell Westbrook was the last option on the table, I'll take it. I'll take it wholeheartedly. I won't be mad at that. But if we could get somebody like I'm campaigning for on D'Angelo Russell, even if it goes bad, we would still have the same opportunities that we will have with the Russell Westbrook trade, minus the draft picks. You see what I mean?
No, I personally understand, because I have been angling for, like, the only place you could move Julius Randle is to places where they have proper stretch fives. So your Washingtons, your Minnesotas, yes, even LA, if you put Anthony Davis at the 5. However, I don't know about D'Angelo Russell's psyche. I don't know, but he's not a bad player. He's 26 years old. He averages 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. I mean, he addresses a need at the point guard position. And if he balls out again, you can flip him at the trade deadline because he's only expiring for $31 million. I don't have a problem with that. The Russell Westbrook thing is not a first option. It's more of a second option, third option kind of thing. But I agree with Uncle Freezy.
But it's expanding your options. It's giving you more options.
Yeah, don't box yourself in the corner.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Our front office's key Sesame Street word of the day is flexibility. That's how they get down. They want to be flexible all the time. Russell Westbrook provides that. Listen, when I say Sesame Street word of the day, that's what they believe in. They believe in flexibility. And
hey, I'm gonna have to use that, Ray. I'm gonna have to use that. Put that in my bag. My bag of quotes.
But I just think it makes a lot of sense long term. Now, the only people who disagree with it are more of the short term thinkers in terms of what we're doing next year. And that's why I asked the question, what are you trying to be, a playoff, play-in, or a lottery team? And as far as I'm concerned, just looking at the landscape of the playoffs and these teams, I'm just like, we're not close.
I agree with you. We're not close.
And I just want to say one thing. I can agree because you got to look, Game 7, if we want to compete in the East, we have to beat those two teams. We got to be better than Tatum. We got to be better than Giannis. So if we're going to get better than them, then hey.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw one on Miami. You got to be better than Miami as well.
Yeah, right. Miami too. But here's the thing. Here's the thing though. With a Westbrook deal, you not jumping into the arena to battle them, right? With a Westbrook deal, right? When you get Westbrook, right? Westbrook can drag 11 dead bodies to the playoffs, right? What you want to do is get Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, Miles McBride, who's the next Kyle Lowry, playoff seasoning. Yeah. So sure. Hey, anybody ever seen that movie Rocky? Right? Yes. Anybody ever seen that movie Rocky? Yo, at the end of the fight, who won the fight? Who won the match?
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed won. Right, Apollo Creed won, and people think of the Rocky movie like Rocky won, but all Rocky did was stay in the fight the whole time.
Yeah, Rocky took the beat down. He took a beat down. He just stood there and took the beating. But in there, he won. He had the moral victory. We're not in the business of moral victories. We want the W. When really, truth be told, I'm tired of moral victories. Give me a W.
Soulfinger, but listen, you got to. But here's the point that I was getting at, Soulfinger. You got to at least be able to get in the arena and hold your ground first.
Yeah, that's true.
Jason Tatum and that team with Gordon Hayward and Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, all of them, right? Jason Tatum was on that team, but he got in the arena first, right? But don't get it twisted.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Don't get it twisted. The Celtics were not a playoff team because that's the reason why they got Jaylen Brown, and that's how they got Jason Tatum, because they were garbage.
They were trash.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
And so they got them guys, and they were young, right? But then they went and got battle tested. They got battle. And remember, they took heartbreaking L's in the playoffs too. Remember the year they lost to the Miami Heat? Remember the year the Lakers won the championship? We thought it was going to be Lakers versus Celtics. Yeah. And Miami messed around and showed them. Miami flipped the switch and messed around because Miami looked like a dead man walking. Y'all remember how bad Goran Dragic looked when he was hurt? And they just flipped the switch and beat the Celtics, right? Miami, remember that. When is the last time you seen the Knicks go in the playoffs in a game 6, a game 7, and get battle tested like that and have battle scars? The reason why the knight in shining armor wears armor is because he don't want the crowd to know underneath that armor he got bruises, scars, cuts, and stitches underneath. So he wears shining armor to let everybody know, hey, yeah, man, I'm the battle. I won all these fights, but underneath, he is battle scarred. Right? Mm-hmm. That's how you get to these positions. when you look at the Dallas Mavericks didn't get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year by magic, right? They lost a lot of time. Man, they had heartbreaking losses, bro. You remember, man? Listen.
Oh, the Mavs you talking about?
The Mavs.
Oh,
the Mavs.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm getting at is in order for the Knicks to be in order for this team, this version of the Knicks to get there, you got to at least go experience something. The gentleman's sweep ain't nothing. I mean, you got lucky to get in, and you got lucky you didn't get a real sweep.
Yeah, we got swept with a half a broom.
Right. We basically swept ourselves, right? But now you're talking about Westbrook dragging you there, helping this team develop these guys. RJ is not a 19-year-old in the playoffs. Next year, he'll be a 22-year-old in the playoffs.
Right.
You
they got to get to the playoffs. That's the thing.
Yeah. But
yeah, a lot
Westbrook
of times,
has proven that he can drag 11 dead bodies to the playoffs. Go ahead, bro.
I was going to say a lot of times it's about fit. To your point, Ron, when the Westbrook experience in LA, you're right. They didn't use him. They didn't use him correctly. So because they didn't use him correctly, he didn't fit. Now, if I had a choice between Russell Westbrook and D'Lo, I know you may say, well, D'Lo is younger, longevity, so on and so forth, or whatever. Westbrook would actually fit better with what we have than D'Lo because of the type of player he is. So a lot of times we have to think about how it's going to fit with what we have. See, my thing is that whoever we bring, whether it's Westbrook or whatever, they got to fit to what we have. Westbrook fits better than D'Lo to what we have. Like you said, surround him with some shooters. You have a couple of defenders. I mean, think about we know Grimes can definitely defend. We got Mitch. I mean, isn't it a privilege to have somebody like, say, if your man does beat you off the dribble, you got Mitch to help out on the back line. The problem is we didn't have anybody. We had Kemba Walker, which was like basically, matador defense, as Clyde would say. But whoever we bring in has got to fit with what we have, with the players that we have. And between, if we had to make a choice, if I had to make a choice between D'Lo and Westbrook, I would bring in Westbrook hands down. For many reasons. We talked about his sportsmanship, the type of player he is, his playing style.
He ain't taking no nights off on the court, that's for sure.
Right.
Exactly. So if I'm a businessman and I'm sitting back and I'm looking at all these different parameters, well, you know where I'm putting my my cards at, where my chips is going, because again, that would be a short term because he would help the personnel that we have on this team already and move on to the next step. That's just my take.
Well, that's and it's a great point because that's kind of the point. It's like whoever you decide to bring in, again, we've all agreed that we need a consolidation trade. We need to move players out. We need to open up salary. And there's only but a handful of players in the league that give you an opportunity to do that. Russell Westbrook being one, D'Angelo Russell being one. Plus, you want to move Julius Randle. So where exactly are you going to move him? I think Julius Randle is a better fit around stretch five like Karl Anthony Towns. That it makes too much sense in my opinion because it's a setup. You're getting Russell Westbrook not because he's going to take your team to the playoffs. You're getting Russell Westbrook because he's going to give you options down the road, and that's what we need: the flexibility.
And the moving of Julius Randle will allow Obi to play, and we can find whether or not we need to go look for somebody else next season too.
Right.
Exactly.
That is the key. Back to Jay Boogie's point about 2023. You get to find out about him real quick in the whole season. Because the jury is still out on him too. We saw flashes, but the jury is still out.
Uncle Freezy said it earlier. We have questions that do need to be answered. And doing that sort of thing, it will open up pathways and avenues to get those questions answered. To find out if Cam Reddish is that dude. to find out if Obi is that dude, to find out if IQ can actually be a point guard, or do we need to draft Ben Mathurin or whoever. I guess I'm at a point,
But you could do them, but you could do it both. They're not mutually exclusive. When you do the Westbrook trade, you're only getting rid of Randall and Fournier. You're not trading
it's not messing up your draft spot.
Right.
Wherever you land, so you're still gonna get a young player, and that young player gonna actually benefit, especially if you're talking about getting a wing player and you trying to get up and down. I'm sick of watching us with that slow down offense, man. I don't know how many Knicks fans is want to see that again. That has been our undoing too.
Yeah, that's not an offense.
Driving the car slow, allowing defenses to set up, wait for the roadblock.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying that it will address our draft. It won't alter our draft position. But going into the draft, now you figure out, okay, do I need to get a trade up for a Keegan Murray? Do I need to get a Shohan? Do I need to, it answers some questions, frees up some stuff, gives us flexibility, and now we can. If we move Julius Randle, you need to bring in someone to back up Obi Toppin, even if you're trying to figure out who Obi Toppin is,
or to complement him,
I mean, I agree with Uncle Freezy to the point that it gives us the flexibility we need in every category, from cap to the growth of these young players to just the entire makeup. It makes too much sense.
Or we could stay, or we could, and if you don't like the trade, we could just stay pat and let Tibbs play veterans. How about that? Which one y'all like better?
Or I'll take it even further. Let's say you don't like Russell Westbrook, and he turns out to be just an absolute negative. We can't do this. Well, then just give him the John Wall treatment. Go home, buy him out, and stand pat.
You still win. You still win.
Yeah, cleared up all that cap.
You cleared all that money.
You still win.
Hey, thank you, Ray.
Right. That's my whole point, my angle with it. It's just this front office is literally dead set on the word flexibility. What other trade besides like a D'Lo or like Don P was saying gives us that sort of flexibility? And it's just the Russell Westbrook trade that I'm looking at where everybody benefits. Los Angeles gets to get a Zach LaVine that still keeps their championship window open. Chicago Bulls, well, I don't know how much it benefits them, but again, Randall's best avenue towards playing is around a stretch five. Vucevic is a stretch five, so he benefits from that. And with with us, we get the draft capital that sets us up for 2028, when that's where we should be looking at or having conversations about really contending.
And you know the thing about that trade, there's different phrases people use: high risk, high reward, things of this nature. It's a very low risk to the point that it ain't no risk. All it is a reward by getting Russell Westbrook. Because guess what else happens? Again, the guy is in a contract year. If that guy comes out and remember all the narratives was written about Chris Paul. He need to go home and go retire. Nobody wanted to touch him because of the money. He need to go home. What happened? Chris Paul turned back the hands of time.
Mm-hmm.
So Russell Westbrook, I'm not gonna count Russell Westbrook out next season. Wherever he goes, even if it ain't with the Knicks, it will not surprise me. Y'all heard it here first. It will not surprise me if that guy looks like the Russell Westbrook of old. Because it's something when you're not being played the way you've been used to playing all your life, basically. It's a no-brainer. That guy was playing out of position all year long. That was foreign language for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just makes too much sense. It just
I know one thing. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying it makes too much sense. But go ahead.
Man, what them ping pong's gonna do, man?
Oh, we moving up this year, man.
Like the Jeffersons, bro.
We moving up. We moving on up. Get the
Moving
theme
up to the east side.
Hey, Freezer, when we move up, you need to have that music playing.
Right. Yeah,
moving on up to the east side.
We moving up.
Can we do a song called Pong Ping?
Hey, Jay Boogie, you need to write that one. The Knicks just moved up. The Knicks just moved up.
So Worldwide West got that luck, is what
No,
you're saying.
tell Cully to write that joint.
Yo, somebody, where's Cully at, bro?
He right there.
I'm
He
gonna
right
tell
there.
you what, man. I'm back on my optimism bag, man. I'm tired of being we ain't gonna do no. They ain't never been in my character anyway, man. I'm going back to being optimistic, man. Anybody want to get on the optimistic train, man? Jump on, man. I'm gonna drive it. You know what I mean? We moving up. The Knicks going back to respectability, man.
Okay, so we're moving up, and you're choosing who? Who are you taking when we move up? When we move up?
Who I'm taking?
Yeah,
Jay Boogie took the word. I told y'all who I was watching last night.
Okay. Okay.
For me, it's him. It's him.
That's his name. That's his name. That's his nickname. They call him the Him. It's me, him.
It's him.
Who, Sochan? That's who you looking at, Ron?
Sharp. Hey,
Sharp.
the man who's gonna have an endorsement with Sharpie.
Well, the thing is, isn't it? I don't know how much a rumor it is, but supposedly he may be going back.
Who is it? What's the name of the player?
Sharp. Shaden Sharp.
Shaden Sharp.
Yeah.
Shaden Sharp. Okay.
Yeah.
That's who I see, man. That's the apple of my IE, as in the word of Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
I'm kind of like Ben Matherin. I don't know.
I'm kind of leaning towards Matherin too. I like both, man.
The Ben Matherin young fellow. I mean, either or. The whole thing. If Sharp goes back and he decides to do another year, was it he? I think I may have heard it on.
Do one more year of college, right?
I think Raw was talking about that this morning.
Tell him numbers get thrown at him when he find out where he can land.
Yeah,
right.
Shaden Sharp is the only player that I would take ahead of Dyson Daniels. I think he's the pick we need, and I think it's the pick that we should go after, in this draft. He just offers so much versatility as an 18-year-old point guard at 6'8". At 6'8", whose biggest strength, by the way, is defense. And
I like him, for defense.
He's an above-average playmaker. So, I mean, if I'm looking at anyone, outside of Shaden Sharp, if he's available, you got to take him because there's so much upside there. And if he doesn't hit, then, he doesn't hit. It doesn't mean that he's guaranteed to be the guy. But Dyson Daniels, to me, just addresses so much, especially with the switching that's going on that we're seeing in the playoffs right now. Tibbs talks about it all the time. The switching. Well, get a guy that will help you at the point of attack with that switch, in my opinion. Behind him is Matherin. And, if we don't get Dyson Daniels, then I'm all in on Ben Matherin or Shohan. But listen, this is a pretty good draft. I know very early on we talked a lot about this draft ain't it and whatnot, but this is a role player draft. This is a very heavy role player driven draft.
Well, and it depends on, like you said, those ping pong balls, man. We keep saying we're slated to drop to 11. Now, if you drop to it, if we say we get the 11th pick, and you see Ben Matherin or Sharp sitting there, just saying up at 7, do you make the move to jump up and get him?
Yes.
I'm moving. I'm taking some of them
groceries
and I'm gonna hand them out.
You move in heaven and earth to try to jump up and get a talent like that. So it just depends on what in ping pong balls. I think once we find out where we are, then you will see the front office start trying to make the needed moves.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I believe they're gonna be aggressive, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Leon Rose done sat on his hands for 2 years.
Yep.
2 years and the clock is ticking.
Mm-hmm.
He fails this year.
Andrew,
he
you
will not
didn't
be
hear what
back
we were
next
saying.
year.
If we get the 11th and he's up at the 7 or higher in the top 10, I didn't say he was going to be at 11. If we're at 11, do you make a move to try to jump the 4 space to go up?
Oh yeah, I'm moving up, man. I'm moving up.
I mean, you got all the second round picks. I would try to use those to move up, man. Packers like a whole bunch of those. Man.
I'm moving up, man.
And guess what? If you do the Randall and Fournier deal, you got ammo to move up with.
I was thinking that too. You can throw them in a pick in there.
Freeze, that's a great point too.
Yeah, them.
And you know what else? There's another thing to think about, fellas. Leon you can't be playing around this year, man. If you're gonna commit to Tom, like you committing to Tom, you need to be all in. Go ahead and get this guys the veterans he need. Don't get no part-time veterans, man, that can't play.
Right.
You need people that complement your coach style, man. You need some dogs on that defensive end that's gonna come in here and gonna get this thing. Because think about it, that was our major change this year. Early in the season, we didn't look nothing like we did last year. Nothing. Defense wasn't good. The offense, what we was trying to establish, looked good for 6 games and then disappeared. Was inconsistent after that. So it's a lot of blame to go around. But Leon Rose, if that's your man, Leon Rose, you need to empower your man, to make sure that man is around. Because if not, you ain't gonna be around. Period. Because Dolan been real quiet, man. He's been real quiet.
Real patient. Yep.
Wait. Quick question. You're trading up to get Shaedon Sharpe. Is that the only player, or like I'm trying to figure that out?
I would trade up to get him, but it's only for me 2 players that I really am in love with in this draft, man. And that's that Jaden Ivey kid, man, and Sharpe, man. Them two guys, man. I look at them guys as whoever get them, they gonna have something, man.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about somebody that's gonna last one contract. They're gonna sign multiple.
Right, man. I like the wings, man. I don't really care about the.
Yeah, I'm looking at it because wings is what we definitely need. I mean, we know the wings, and I mean, who is it? Boogie said it. And you're looking at the way it's going. The wings are making the world go around. We need the point guard.
Yeah, I'm thinking
wings too have a point guard. But we
and to
need
that
wings.
point about that defense situation, man, with Tibbs, you look and shout out to Andrew Cole, DZ. You look at the Celtics, and I ain't no Celtics lover by none. Not at all. But one thing I know about the Celtics, them boys is winning because of that defense complementing that offense. And that defense, and that's why I said it, they're going to win the championship. Everybody may as well it's not going to be Golden State. It's not going to be Golden State. Golden State might not even beat Dallas. While people want to pencil them in and talk about Golden State going to win the championship, they might not even beat Dallas.
Right.
But I'm telling you, the Celtics going to win that thing this year, man.
They're going to beat Dallas in 6 games.
Yeah.
6 games.
You know what the Celtics have? They have athleticism in their backcourt, something we don't have, and something that we really, really need. I understand the wing conversation. Like, this league is now being driven by wings, and if you ain't got it, then I don't know. You're not going very far. But we need some athleticism in the backcourt. So the only person or 2 people that I'm trading up for is Jaden Ivey and Shaedon Sharpe. Like, I will dump picks to move up to go get them. But if I'm going to stay at 11 and hopefully Dyson Daniels falls down, yeah, I'm taking him.
Well, I got breaking news for y'all.
What up?
I just got the word that James Dolan has brought the lottery, and he don't even want the first or the second pick. He said land us anywhere between 5 and 3. I'm good.
Okay.
He's going off on what the Rangers is doing. When Rangers is winning, James don't care about nothing. He feeling good. He in his free. The Rangers, like I said, I'm on my way to see the Rangers play when they play here. Play Hurricanes. I'm here.
And Raleigh, yeah.
I'm here.
Yo, that Rangers game was crazy.
Was it? You watched the game?
Yeah, because I'm trying to learn about hockey, so I've been watching the Rangers. I'm like, my heart is already moving towards the Rangers. I'm gonna do the Rangers. Pause. I'm just going in that direction.
That was
I watched it last night, and it was
I got the Heat in that series.
What? Boston?
I got Boston, man.
I got Miami in 7.
Yeah, I like. I got to ride with the hometown PJ Tucker. Gonna do that because he get ready to clamp. Oh boy, you know he get ready
I think PJ Tucker is a key in the whole series.
He get ready to beat Tatum up, and you know what, Jimmy and Jalen. Jimmy's gonna watch Jalen. He's gonna watch him. Remember I told you.
He's gonna little brother him.
But they ain't got nobody for them sharpshooters, Herrera and all them guys. They ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody.
I'm rolling with Miami myself.
Hey, y'all gonna watch the defensive player of the year show up. Huh? Y'all gonna watch old Smart cut up man in this series, man.
But see, I go back to this. Like I said early in the show. The thing about Miami, when they eliminated Philly the other night, they started 2 players in the backcourt that won't even draft it. That's how deep they are.
Duncan Robinson and Max Strus, yeah.
Now Duncan Robinson he didn't start.
Max
I
Strus
mean,
is tough.
I'm sorry,
Vincent?
That was
Gabe
all
Vincent.
Gabe
Vincent
Vincent.
and Strolls.
Yeah.
Vincent and Strolls started.
The
That's
Heat
their
offense
backcourt.
suspect, though, man. The Heat offense is suspect.
The Heat.
They'll go on vacation with that offense.
If Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson don't step up, then yeah, this is over in 5.
Don't forget Larry coming back. Don't forget.
And matter of fact,
it's so hard to root for any one of these teams. I hate Boston.
You're right. I don't like either one.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be a good series. This is gonna be a very good series, man.
What do y'all think about the Lowry and Oladipo factor?
What? Oladipo too?
You talking about Office Depot?
Yeah.
Return to sender. Hey, he returned to sender at any moment, man.
Yeah.
At any moment, that recap can pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I every time I watch him play now, it's like
when he going down.
Eggshells with him, man. Good player, but he's an injury concern. Waiting to happen.
I heard what you said, man, about Dallas. They got a lot of potential, but the only thing about Dallas is like this is what I ain't said. This is what Pat Beverly said this morning. Who is Luka going to chase? Who is he chasing? He's not going to just sit around against Golden State. Who are you chasing?
It's going to be a lot of zone defense.
Probably Clay or Draymond.
Zone.
It's going to be a lot of zone defense to try to help him, and there ain't going to be no help.
Them dudes shoot from half court.
That's what. Hey.
What, you gonna run a Georgetown trap?
I'm gonna tell you though, Dallas really surprised me. I didn't think they was gonna make it this far, man. And I gotta give this guy his credit, man. I gotta give it to him, man. Jalen Brunson, man.
Oh, his price went all the way up. He
ain't leaving Dallas though. He ain't leaving Dallas. Because they're gonna take a major step back.
Right, because Jason Kidd unlocked him.
Yeah,
because before Jason Kidd, Jalen Brunson was just a nice little player off the bench behind Seth Curry and all them boys. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He was all right. But with Jason Kidd, he's something.
And see, that's another thing too. Somebody just put in the chat, man. Dinwiddie ain't no slouch neither.
Yeah, Dinwiddie.
Coming off the knee injury.
I told them people last week. I told y'all last week.
You did talk about it.
Don't be surprised if the Knicks is there looking at Whitty and you see what he did back-to-back games.
Dropped 30 last night.
But Brunson ain't going nowhere. You know why he ain't going? Brunson want to score. He want to get buckets.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to play point guard.
Yeah, you're right. Perfect players playing off of Luka.
Yeah.
Luka take all the double and triple team and he can blast you.
Give me this rock. Let me rock.
Yo, he's gonna leave a generational talent like Luka to come play for who?
To play with Emmanuel Quickly.
Man, stop throwing my guy under the bus, Crazy, man. Stop throwing my guy under the bus.
Yeah, Quickly might be the next up soon, man.
Hey, Freezy,
and shout out to Quickly for being at that Ranger game the other night.
Yeah.
Yo, he everywhere.
Quickly was out there.
Yo.
That boy, I love Quickly, man. I ain't gonna even front, man. I like what that guy give us, man. I ain't got to worry about him cheating us neither. That's another thing about him. Right. Got to give him his respect, man. That guy play hard every night, man.
And I'm not disrespecting him, but he's
not. Oh, no. I know you ain't. Imagine if Quickly was 2 inches taller.
Yo, IQ got heart. And again, Jalen Brunson ain't leaving a generational talent like Luka.
If he's smart.
If he's smart. I get the whole emotional connection thing and family and Uncle Leon and all that stuff, but yo, good business is staying where you're at, especially when you make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
we got to. You know what? Hey, you know, it's funny when you see stuff in the chat. Well, man, JJ said they're not hating on Brunson now. Laugh out loud. Ain't nobody never hated on him. You got to listen when people talk. Ain't nobody said that man was a trash player. Anybody said that?
No,
nobody said that.
He ain't never been trash. Listen, if you play in the NBA, you're not trash. Okay. Same
Exactly.
thing for Julius Randle. Like he's
Shout
not
out to
trash.
JJ though.
He's
Shout out
just
to JJ.
not a. He's not.
Yeah,
a,
that's my guy,
of course.
Cardoza High in the building.
Yo,
Shout out to
shout out
JJ.
to JJ.
And
But,
I ain't talking
you
about
know,
Jimmy Walker. You heard me?
if you play in the NBA, you're not trash. It's just a matter of a fit. A lot of times, a lot of these players get opportunity and fit. Listen, one of the biggest things that pissed me off about the Knicks back in the day is when we traded Zach Randolph and he decided to become a legend in Memphis. Like he just wasn't a fit. It wasn't that he was trash or he was a bum. He just wasn't a fit. Not
only that, hey Ray, you just open on wounds, man. Why you do that?
I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what else was bad about that? You talking about him? Think about Jamal Crawford too. Come on, man. We had them guys when they was young.
Man, look, y'all, you guys, that's wrong to bring that up.
Was on the Rose Bush. We knew that was on
Man, we'll throw Trevor Reeves in there too.
Yeah, Trevor. Hey, Boogie. Yeah. All them boys was on the Rose Bush just waiting for the weather to get right, man. And we let them get out of town.
Hey, man, matter of fact, y'all talk about Brunson, man. Forget Brunson. Y'all see that work them Knicks doing over there?
Yeah. Hey, Frank Ntilikina was a +9 last night.
+9. You see,
and Booker handcuffs.
Man, Reggie Bullock over there having a field day, yo.
And Reggie Bullock, man, he got a sleeve up, no sleeve on the other. He's stylish.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. For all them people who so enamored with offense that think defense can't win you no championship, they better think again. No defense, no rings. You heard me?
That's it. Riley said it. No defense, no rings. You're right. He said it.
Along with no rebounds. You can't play defense. You can't rebound. You ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
We got to get back to business in New York, man. We got to get back to that culture of defense, man. And we sacrificed Leon, and it's Leon's fault. I'm gonna blame him for that.
It is his fault.
You sacrifice our defense for offense, and our team regressed majorly. If we would have kept defense, we would have been back in the playoff. Not as no 4 seed. Not the way the East got better. But we would have at least been a 6.
You ain't got to worry about Leon no more. This ain't Leon's team no more. This is Worldwide West team from here on out. Starting them off. He already done knocked on the door and told everything. Then they gonna send him out there, you know what I'm saying, for the lottery. This Worldwide West team, man. Shots fired, man. But yo, y'all men have a great afternoon, man. I'm gonna get ready to take it down. I got some things I need to do. Love and appreciate rocking with y'all. Got Cully. Yo.
I'm gonna hit you up later, yo.
Hey, Boogie.
Cully, aka Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish. That's what we got. I told him we call him Cam Reddish.
Hey, Boog, I thought I was going to make a surprise phone call to you, man.
Cully Reddish.
The Mrs. Trying to plan an anniversary trip, man, to Riley down there in the salt cave. You know what I mean? She was trying to get us down there. You know what I mean? I said, oh, Riley? I said, I know my man Boogie is in the area. I'd have had to give you a call, man. I'm about to have my 17th year anniversary, boy. June 4th.
When is that?
June 4th, but we ain't gonna make it to Raleigh, man.
Oh man, I was gonna sneak up on y'all.
Oh man, I was gonna push the My Sunshine video back. I'm getting ready to start doing that tomorrow.
Okay. Oh man, hey, I'm definitely looking for that. Hey, if y'all ain't listen to that thing, boy, you're late. Hurry up, Boogie.
Yo,
I'm gonna tell you like Mama Joyce told me, it shocked me out of this world. Mama Joyce said, last time I seen her in person, man, she was up there with the family, and they was asking her about me as a kid coming up.
Yeah,
she was like, oh, he was a good boy. My son was a good boy. And then she started talking about her. She said, you know, I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. I was like, huh? I like, what you know about that? She said, so I said, you've been listening to my Eric B. and Rakim stuff back in the days.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Hey, yeah, that was the plan, but that thing fell through, man. She was trying to get us some massages down there, man. They was all booked up. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we'll get together, man. And it might have to be
if
this
you
season,
want massages, if you want massages or anything going on out this way, call me. I get it taken care of for you. As long as you come in and I can greet and meet my brother, yo, that's nothing, man.
Hey man, hey, you can go
I like
put it
doing
in the books, man.
get my feet done and
this
like that.
basketball season, I'm coming to Charlotte. Period. I'm coming to Charlotte. I'm coming.
I got an extra flight ticket to Vegas. What's up?
I'm coming to Charlotte. I ain't going to Vegas, but I'm coming to Charlotte.
You talking about for summer league?
I was in the dust.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm out there.
I have memories of Vegas, man. The last time I was there, I was in the Dust Bowl in the Army, man. That's what cracked my spine in two places. You know what I mean? Vegas wasn't good to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I feel you. Let me read this super chat real quick before we get out of here, y'all. Adele Chapman said, "Will Westbrook help our young players grow?" Yes.
Mentally?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think the benefactor, the two players that will benefit the absolute most
RJ
are named Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, those are the two dudes that will benefit
definitely Obi
the most because before Westbrook, we had a hard time sharing the basketball with Randall, Fournier, and RJ. Right? But now with Westbrook is a selfish player at times, but he will share the ball.
Yeah, he ain't no black hole.
Right.
See, Russell like Rondo. You know, Rondo wouldn't pass you the ball if you wasn't going to get a bucket.
Right.
Russell's going to pass the ball to somebody that's going to get a bucket. I'm not looking to pass the ball that's going to. This is not hockey. You're not going to get, you know what I'm saying, a pass off of my pass. I need that assist.
Right. And also, Westbrook ain't passing you the ball if you ain't playing hard. He like, yo, if
he gonna call you out.
If you ain't playing hard like me, Westbrook like, yo, if you ain't playing hard like me, you ain't getting the ball. And that motivates everybody around him to play hard 24/7.
That's another thing to think about, Freezer. When the last time we had a player on the court that's holding players accountable, and they ain't shying away from doing it.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time here.
And the majority of Westbrook's assists, the majority of them come inside the paint. Who's usually inside the paint?
Did you see him running up and down the sidelines yesterday with them gray jeans? Yeah.
Okay.
Over there at Dallas. Over there, ain't even suited. What's his name that was with us?
Henson.
Yeah. Put up and down with jeans on. Yeah, with gray jeans.
Yeah.
Man, hey, did y'all talk about the Mitchell Robinson video?
I gotta get it. Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, what you got to say about that, Freezy?
That shot is still slow. He was making a lot of shots, but that shot it take what 9 seconds for him to get that 3-pointer off.
Hey, but guess what? You know what they're gonna do in the league? If he get ready to shoot, they're gonna let him shoot it.
Yeah.
So he'll get a chance to get it off.
Yeah.
Till they figure out he can make it, and then they start clamping up on him.
Then they start clamping. Yeah.
But it's crazy. When I saw that, I said, "This just confirmed what I've been saying all along, man."
It's Tibbs.
Exactly. It just confirms it. And that really, to me, just when I saw that video, because I almost called you last night, Soulfinger. I got steaming when I saw that. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But it just tells me that man is up out of here, man. He going someplace where they're going to allow him to do more than just stand around the basket.
Not if we get Westbrook, though.
Wait, which player?
Mitch
Robinson.
Yeah, okay.
Video circulating with him shooting threes. And I ain't talking about tearing up the paint on the rim.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, players talk. They use their family as mouthpieces now. You know that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
His uncle wants him off the team, but that's on Mitch.
Word.
Well, his uncle was the one that messed up his draft status too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He should have actually went to college. If he would have went to college, he would have been a top 3 pick.
If he'd just went to college and stayed instead of working out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Easy.
And I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, thank you everybody for coming through. Appreciate y'all, man. We gonna tomorrow, y'all know what the topic is. Draft lottery. Y'all know what it is.
Oh yeah, man. I'm here tomorrow.
Man. So I'm gonna get out of here. Peace to everybody, man. Y'all have a great day, man. Be blessed. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, fellas.
All right,
Get
y'all.
that
All right.